Alright. Hi guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to our second test live stream with Team Dicelexic. It's a quick test we're testing up to set up for future streams that eventually, hopefully midsummer or towards the end of the year, it'll look much better than this, but we're just trying to work out all the kinks, have a little fun. Huzzah! Huzzah!
Huzzah!
He's dead.
If you're just joining us, we're literally a year and a half into a current campaign that we've been running. So some of you may not be familiar. We put up some video and placards at the beginning of the video to kind of get you roughly caught up with the characters that will be joining tonight. We are down one person as he is sick. Or no, he's not sick.
No.
He has to work
He's
really
gonna work
early
in the morning.
So he feels things are way more important.
Gotta remodel his bathroom.
Yeah.
We're joined by always, I guess it'll be up here. This is PJ. PJ's also going to be
You
our
up there?
producer. He's running all of the stream, video, everything he possibly can currently. So, that being said, let's get started. We don't have an intro.
Where's our intro?
Dun, 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 dun. Okay.
Welcome back.
Yeah, welcome back. How was that?
Welcome back. All right, so Team Dicelexic. After commandeering a ship from Port Albrego, all of you, along with Krugen, a hobgoblin general and warrior within the ranks of the Crimson Flame Alliance, along with Farashi, a once slave of Arbiatrice, the Green Dragon, and High Priestess of the Mountain Song Tribe, a society of lycanthropic beings who reside at the High Moors. You all set sail for the Sword Coast, more specifically the Cloakwood. With a 2-day travel in the open seas ahead of you, some of you found ways to pass the time. Edwin, you spent time trying to reconnect and attune yourself back with the Great Old One in hopes of some sort of answer to who the red tiefling was you saw during one of your meditations. But to no answer, not even a whisper was heard. Saskia, you decided to check on the Minocoid sack. You had been carrying around for months. To your surprise, the sack had birthed into a much smaller mushroom humanoid, to say the least. The creature took a moment to view the world around and proceeded to explode in a yellow cloud of spores, with you
As one would do.
inhaling these spores. As you inhaled them, you bonded with this creature, where you heard the disembodied voice of a woman fill your head. The voice introduced itself as Zugtmoy, the forever rebirthed god. As a payment for keeping this creature safe during its entire incubation, it bestowed its blessings upon all of you. During the night, you witnessed flares firing off in the distance. Kroll's beholder eye stalks could make out silhouettes of a small safety raft in the distance. It was discovered that this was a small ship of refugees from all over Faerun. You'd been informed they were survivors of an attack aboard an abandoned ship they had been investigating. One of the men, an older man named Abraham, had tried to warn you not to let them onto your ship, for he believed that the killer was still among them, under the guise of somebody else. Saskia and Barbarossa, both being wary and cautious of Abraham, voiced their concerns about him to the rest of the party. Also after some rather slick perception checks. A small scuffle broke out between Abraham and Yennik down on the hold, leading to the discovery that Abraham was not who he said he was, but some sort of creature that was able to change his shape. This was discovered when Abraham fell atop a silver-lined crate and began to burn his skin. After much deliberation and hearing the story of the creature, it was decided that you would keep the shape changer and the refugees separate during the night. With a moment of temporary peace and the moon at your backs, you continued south through the open waters towards your destination. Okay, so
Here we go!
here we go! It's game time!
Okay.
The rest of the night, following into the morning, went off mostly without a hitch. There were a few times during some of your watches, as you guys would watch through the night between the refugees and what you had locked downstairs, that Some of the survivors would become increasingly restless, mostly concerned with what transpired just a few hours prior. They would hound you, give you constant information on what's going on with the doppelganger, some wondering why it's kept alive, some of them more concerned with its safety. They heard the plea of this thing, and some of them actually felt sorry for it, even though it was at the cost of the lives of some people they were with. At one point, another fight broke out between Sorth, the dragonborn female, and Falaval, the wood elf, the one that you've been told was once a bandit. This was quickly diffused by Jonathan, the appointed leader of the refugees. Eventually, flaring tempers calmed, and quietness once again washed over the ship, with only the sound of the waves gently crashing into the sides of the vessel, and the occasional snoring from the large gentleman named Peyton, who you've come to know as once a bartender in Boulder's Gate at a place called Owen's Piss Bucket.
Sweet. Uncle Owen.
Uncle Owen's Piss Bucket. Uncle Owen's Ashes Bucket.
Can't stream that. That's
Wow.
Copyrighted,
No,
yeah.
my uncle's name is Owen.
Oh,
okay.
sorry. Right.
We're not monetized.
Not capital U, Uncle, capital O, when lowercase.
All right, so anything you guys want to do a
On
few
the
hours
boat?
before sunrise? You guys have already traded a few ships here and there. I assume for the most part, Barbarossa, you've kind of gone back and forth to help to do this thing again, to help push the ship forward with your water.
yeah,
So I'm assuming throughout the night.
Since Edwin and I don't sleep, I'm just gonna go and be sitting next to Edwin. So mate, I don't know a lot about you. Kind of been hanging out with you for a week.
What?
How much time have I been with the party? I've only been with them for like a week.
The
Yeah.
pit,
Probably
right?
about a week, yeah. It's only been about a week.
Pit in Drina?
Yeah.
Jesus.
That's only a week?
It's only a week.
It's been about 9 days at this point.
Okay.
Because,
Yeah,
yeah.
God damn.
Well, technically, it's like
It's been a long week.
it's been a very
A
long
lot
week.
has happened.
But yeah, I'd say probably 9 or 10 days actually, coming closer.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's about a week, and I mean, what's your thing? There was some talk when we were in the other universe that about some book. I don't really know what's going on. It's what's up with you, man?
Okay, there's a question. So pretty much, I've been charged by the deity that I worship, the Great Old One, to find lore or books about him and get rid of them. That's how I ended up on the other plane where I met you.
I see.
Nazi.
So, so you're supposed to be destroying information about the Great Old One, then? Is that why you look so much older? Is because you're worshipping the Great Old One?
You know, I don't think they're related, but reflecting back on that over these years that I've aged within a day, maybe.
Some creepy shit, man. I'm a little bit worried about that myself.
Yeah, pretty tripped out.
But it seems odd to me. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a religious construct by any stretch of the imagination. But usually gods want people to know about them to increase their power. Why is he having you destroy books? Is he trying to fade away into existence?
It's possible. It's not my place to ask him. I have an end goal in mind. What if I do these tasks? I don't know. I pull out my necklace and I show it to him.
And he pulls out like this beautiful chain with this long green, slightly glowing, like almost crystal. Probably. About
Good
that
thing
big.
I'm not our way right now.
Think you're not
I think he tried to take it from me once.
Yeah.
It was Arware. But within this gem holds the soul of my mother and the answer to how she and my father have both perished. And he's something my parents have worshipped and brought me up to worship, and helping him get rid of this information about him, he will give me information about how to commune with my mother's soul, so I can get answers.
Oh. Still kind of creepy as shit, man. I mean,
It's the life of a warlock.
Yeah. I mean, sounds like fun. So that's how you can do all your different magical things.
Some of them, yes. He gives me some of the power that I use. A lot of it's learned through different arcane books and different pieces of magic that I pick up reading.
Oh, nice. Well, if you never need any help, let me know. Rig and I are always down for a little bit of adventure.
And Greg is still sitting on the platform on the back of you, and he just kind of leans around and kind of thumbs up. Rounds.
Thank you both.
Yeah, man. I mean, you seem alright. Even if you got some kind of, from what I understand, from picking up from other people, some kind of a creepy tentacle-faced fuck. But, to each their own. We're not one to...
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to make my way to Jonathan.
Okay.
This last time we interacted, he wasn't too happy about sparing the
So Jonathan is
doppelganger.
in like middle of the ship on the top deck still. His back against, kind of leaning against the back. But you can see he's starting to like doze off a little, but he's still like trying to stay awake. It's like when someone's trying to fight to stay awake when they're exhausted. Like he's doing this kind of like his eyes slowly.
I'll come and like clap him on the back.
By the way, DJ,
buddy.
I'm being told that you're not very loud
I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay.
on the stream.
can't hear you pretty much at all because the distance from the mic, I think.
Well, no, his audio.
Oh.
His audio is not.
Oh, you know
on
what?
The stream.
Caleb, will you turn that up a bit more?
No, I don't think it's us. It's on stream. They can't hear.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Check.
Go to it.
Okay. Technical difficulties, folks. We're trying to figure this out. We'll just keep going.
Okay.
Okay.
While we're testing.
Okay. So, and he said
yeah.
you hit him. He's kind of
Yeah. Hey,
He kind of
hey,
looks
buddy.
up at you.
Not really up.
Well, eye level. Since
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm not very tall.
He's like, and he kind of pulls the blanket around him. He's like, "Yeah, I can
Okay.
help you."
I'm
with-
being told it's a little bit better.
Okay.
How you doing?
I'm a little concerned
I'm sure
about
you
your
are.
decision.
It's
to keep
shared
the creature.
with others, but I understand your apprehension. I share it. Not too long ago, I would have killed it without hesitation, but in our travels, we've found that often mercy does work in our favor in the long run. It doesn't mean it's going to be this time, but sometimes it feels good to not go the obvious, violent route. So,
You
but
kinda-
I
you
understand.
Stand up to kind of to help pull him up, help him stand up, and pull him up. And can I be honest with you?
Mm-hmm.
Between you and me, you seem
Okay.
to be the speaker for your group.
Whoever feels like speaking, I guess.
And he kind of rubs his beard. And
So PJ, they're saying that in comparison to us, your volume is significantly lower.
Okay. Let's see if I can balance that out.
so he kind of rubs his beard and he's like, I was a bit relieved when it was revealed that Abraham had been the one that this creature killed. And I know that's a horrible thing to say, and I get that.
Well, at least the mystery is no longer a mystery.
That and Abraham wasn't what that creature, what it perceived Abraham to be, was not far off the truth. Abraham he was a wild card. He constantly spit out venom about everybody around him. The man, I know at one point he was a mayor. He seemed very greedy. He seemed more concerned with the money he held on his body. He didn't really seem to care for the safety of those around us. Granted, I never would wish death on a man like that.
It seemed like it was his choice or yours. It just happened.
Yeah, I don't like the circumstances. These are still technically my people. I do fear for the sake. Some of them are terrified. The woman you're with, the redhead, named it.
Yeah, she's interesting and very sensitive to the living. So she kind of helps balance us sometimes.
With the way that this world is now, and with the ever looming, shadow swarm above us, it's very hard to tell, what's up, what's down. I've seen goblins helping human farmers push back the shadow swarm. I've seen cloud giants come down and help out kingdoms that they themselves 10 years ago tried to storm. Something has stirred everything up. Whether it's for good or bad, I don't know. I can't speak on their behalf. But watching different races come together,
well,
this shadow swarm may be a terrible thing, but it could tie everybody together.
Our experiences in just the last 2 days have proved that to be true, as we have made unlikely allies from goblin folk and giants
And bugbears.
and bugbears. And that alone just reinforces the fact that we, with a little bit of, I guess, measured approach to a situation, has afforded us the ability to gain allies where we might have initially seen them as enemies. Now, we've also been burned by that, so it doesn't work every time, but you never know what this creature, it might end up working out in everybody's favor. With that
I
said,
hope you're right.
well, yeah, with that said, we should all be on our guard around it.
And he's like, you speak on it, the word allies. He's like, you did, and your family did an amazing thing for us. Anybody could have left us there, robbed us. Situations could have been worse. But I consider you guys good people.
Thank you.
We have no home. And most of the refugees are sleeping in blankets either on the top deck, or some of them went down to the hold. Most on the top deck, trying to stay away from the creature that's been locked up. And he goes, look, we have nowhere to go. We have, clearly the sea's not safe. It's just as safe as the land if this can happen. I'm not saying, I wish to swear allegiance on behalf of everybody here to you, but you have allies. Some of us are great. And he starts naming off quickly down the list of what he has. He's like, so, Sorth, the Dragonborn, that you had met earlier, she has a hot temper, but she is phenomenal with a forge. She was a blacksmith back in Daggerford. She's incredible. Zagok, the dwarf, he's a mason from Daggerford that used to work in conjunction with Sorth. They had their own business for a while. Elinder, who was the half-elf male that was in the ship. He was just a shop assistant from Silvery Moon. His knowledge is he's a capable boy. His shop had burned down. They lost everything. We've got, you met Mary, Serpentwind, and her son. She's a priestess. She's healed us. She's sucked poison out of some of us. She does the work of Sylvanas. She's amazing. Peyton, and he points over to the fat guy just sleeping, just snoring loud. He's like, you talked to him earlier. He's a bartender. He's a great cook. We have something here between the group of us. The twins, Victoria and Victor, they're soldiers. They've defended us almost this whole time on this trip. Mariget, who's not fond of people, and if you remember, Mariget was the kobold, female kobold.
America, yeah.
Well, she's not much in the way of strength or fighting or any sort of job. She's a beautiful poet. She writes these hymns and these words that they're beautiful. Whether or not she shares them with you, that's up to her. She's very shy and timid, but Mariget is incredible. Look, I don't know where you're headed. We wish to somewhat tag along. As the sea's not safe, we have no ship. I know bringing 11, 12 people with you sometimes can be a hindrance, but we can pull our weight until we get somewhere more secure.
Well, you semi-answered one of my follow-up questions, which is, what do you plan to do when we hit land?
He's like, hopefully find somewhere where refugees are welcome.
Yeah.
From the swarm.
To make a long story short, for us, as a group, we don't have much of a home. Some of us have places that we once called home, but we've all been roaming both on our own and as a group for a long time. And it may sound crazy, but we're also back in this realm, and 30 years has passed, which is strange, and I'm not going to get into it now, but...
It kind of does, the stressed beard guy thing.
So, we've been gone 30 years from this land where most of us used to call this home, so even if we were to go to a place that we once called home, it likely wouldn't be the same, so... we don't really have a real clear destination. We're just going where the winds take us. So I wouldn't lean too heavily on us to find you a new place to set up roots. But I believe we're heading in the direction of Scornabel. What do you know of the play? You're from this area? Yeah, you're from the Sword Coast and.
He's like, I'm familiar with Scornabel. I've never been. My father traveled as a child. Doesn't seem like my scene in particular. Apparently it's full of theatrics, acrobatics, swindlers, salespeople,
could be
pickpockets, people just looking to make a quick dollar.
See.
But, I mean, if that's where you're headed...
I wonder who will meet there.
We will follow.
Okay.
Most of us, I can hold a blade, and he pulls out the dagger you had given him. And he's like, I'm not really one for. I mean, he's like, if anything, it's going to be those two, and it's Victoria and Victor who are now up in the crow's nest, who are the gnomes, the twin gnomes, and you can see up there they're just like one's facing south, one's facing north, just looking straight out.
It's good.
It's like
because we would ask that we're all going to rely on you to. Find the most able-bodied, the ones who can hold themselves in a fight, and we'll help arm them if possible. But they're going to need to look after the rest of your less capable folk, because from what I understand, it's quite a distance to Scornabel.
Depending on where we dock it, quite
Yeah.
is indeed.
And also, just that these people seem to look at you as a leader.
Because not my choice.
Yeah, but you find yourself in situations that you don't choose.
Kind of does.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So just just keep your folk in good spirits, and we're not their saviors, but we're willing to help where we can. So.
Exactly. Okay. So we have an accord. However, for the sake of my people. The beast.
Mm-hmm.
If you wish to take it with you, whatever you plan to do, that's fine.
I don't
keep it under control. So. Keep it away from us. Look, I act a lot stronger than I really am. Don't let anybody know this. Do I know for a fact that thing could probably kill me with ease? Absolutely, but I have to be strong for my people.
Mm-hmm.
I have to put on this face.
Well,
Again, I hold ill will towards something that killed. Whether it's telling the truth or not that it defended itself.
oh, I understand.
It's still people I travel with.
And I wouldn't be, like I said, Saskia is definitely has more of a emotional attachment to living creatures and mercy and things like that. I'm growing to accept that as well, but I still see it as dangerous. So I'm going to talk about it with our group, but I'm under the impression that once we hit land, it's not traveling with us.
Okay.
I wouldn't be comfortable with it traveling with us. We'll see how the rest of the group considers that.
Okay. I'm going to get some sleep now. It was
All right.
very nice talking with you. Kind of sits back down and wraps his arms around him.
This doesn't really have anything to do with this particular situation, but I was just realizing that because how long have we been on adventure? I mean, has this adventuring party been doing its thing since we left this world?
Like originally?
Yeah.
So it would
I mean, not
been,
counting the 30 years, obviously, because that was a blink of an eye for
For a
us.
couple of weeks, right?
No, it's like.
Well, for me, it's been like a week and a half, but for
So I'd say as a group, probably
a few months, maybe.
a few months now.
so
You guys have been traveling together. Well, not you
We're-
two.
No, we're-
Not
Right.
originally
Right,
you two,
right,
but the old you two.
yeah.
And Edwin as well.
Yeah, I'm new.
That's right.
I'm
Edwin
still
pretty
new.
much.
Barely.
He
Edwin
came in
did there
pretty
most of the
early.
time, Yeah.
Yeah,
He's been
we
there
were
for
only
quite a while.
Month.
We were only a week, not even. We were like a few days
Yeah.
to the island, and then we got just
Yeah,
frozen.
a few days to the island, frozen. You woke up, and it was only like 3 days later. 3
So
days later, you met Edwin. So I'd say about 2 months.
We went to whatever
So,
the town was,
in-
and then went to the Frog Hemoth. That's where he came along.
in the course of 2 months, then 2 of the party members died, and one of them left.
Technically one died. Oh, was he?
No,
Yeah.
well,
Two.
Rogue.
Rogue.
That's right.
Yeah.
Rogue's
Okay.
fucking dead.
Yeah.
Party member died?
Yeah.
Well, Rogue sacrificed himself.
Yeah.
Rogue
Didn't-
did.
He's dead.
I know, but
I mean, for all intents and purposes,
As far as we know.
Longfinger
He's on vacation.
sacrificed himself as well.
No, he did.
By the way, it took Miller
Death by oatmeal.
less than 20 minutes.
Okay, cool.
Goblin Goke.
wow.
Good job, Miller.
Oh, if you guys are wondering why we keep looking at you, it's because there's a giant
Giant PJ.
TV with PJ so we can look at. So if it's just creepy that we're staring at you, we're doing it on purpose.
But I'm really small on the screen right here for them.
Yeah.
This screen?
Yeah. Over there.
Okay.
It's your old
so-
phone.
And I have a list of everybody here that I can send to you guys. The refugees.
Yeah, I kind of wrote it down too. But I will relay my conversation with Jonathan with the group, and
Who's right now? It's probably like 2 in the morning.
Oh, shit,
So
okay.
I know Edwin's probably still
Well,
awake. Yeah,
I'll go to sleep.
is still awake.
I'm still awake. Evan's still awake.
Are you? I would say.
I'm still awake because I'm still.
I want to.
I don't sleep.
Yannick, are you watching
You
over?
don't sleep, oh, that's
I
right.
read
you
it.
don't
Doppelganger.
sleep
Yeah, after I
either.
got done talking to him.
I-
So you two are the
Okay.
ones that need to
It's
I'm
sleep.
on-
between you
I'm on,
and who else?
with
Uh,
the
you
god
want-
bending.
Whatever the chick
So
was
I'll
that we were traveling
say-
with originally, the werewolf.
Okay.
I'll say you're gonna get
Correction.
I'll do short rest.
short rest.
Intermediate.
Yeah, just do a short rest. Since you guys, the 3 of you, don't really need.
Who else?
He doesn't sleep.
I don't
He doesn't
sleep.
sleep. She
Oh, you
doesn't
don't?
sleep.
He
No.
doesn't sleep.
Oh wow.
3 of our party members don't
Don't
sleep.
have to. They have to at least
You
meditate.
fucking weirdos.
You have to at least meditate or something along the lines.
Like
You don't
light
have to
work.
physically sleep, like light
Yeah,
work.
yeah.
Get to work. Lightly.
You are.
I will sleep,
So, okay.
and then I'll converse with them in the morning
Okay.
with the whole group.
So, eventually, the early afternoon comes
I'm
as
meeting
the
up for the
sun
pool
rises.
party.
Morrison. Eventually, in the early afternoon, with the aid of Barbarossa pushing the waves to give you more speed, giving you an extra at least half day's travel.
Sweet.
Which was a very clever
Good job.
clever use of that. You begin to hear the familiar sounds of seagulls above your head.
Stevens?
Of Stevens. There's a bunch of Stevens above your head. It's a very
Ponytail?
welcoming sound, as it's a very good indicator that
Yeah.
you're near
Land
land.
ahoy.
Land huzzah.
The minute the seagulls kind of start like floating above you, or whatever.
Caw,
Seagull
seagull,
sound,
seagull sound.
Mine?
A
Mine?
bunch of birds just yelling, seagull sound, seagull sound.
Mine.
Mine?
No one seems to be more excited than Farashi, as you can see her run to the stern of the stern of the boat, and she just screams out, "Finally! I've never been so happy to see birds!" And then she leans over and just starts. She has not handled this trip well at all. About 20 minutes goes by. You guys start looking off towards the southeast. You look up to Krugen. Krugen's got a spyglass and he's looking out. Puts it down in his coat. Very quietly and calmly goes, "Land ahead." He just kind of points over and everybody starts running over, like the refugees start looking over to the docks. And you can see probably about 300 yards out, somewhat closer, you can start to see, probably further than that, maybe I'd say about 2 miles. Because at this point you already see it. So yeah, say like 2 miles, you can start to see the Sword Coast come into shape. Most of what you see is a lot of greenery around the coast. Not so much jungly, but very forest edge, to be more descriptive. About 10 minutes goes by, 15 minutes, you're slowly making it closer as the landmass becomes bigger and bigger and bigger to view.
Before we start getting closer, I want to make sure that I just had a chance to talk about our discussion with Jonathan with the group. I want to see what everybody's opinions are on this moonbeam light doppelganger,
Moonlight.
whatever you named him.
Why did I name him?
You named him like Moonlight or something.
Yeah, you did.
Got it written down.
Something hippie-ish. And put patchouli in his ears.
Moonchild.
We
Moonchild.
found him under the moonlight. It made
Found
sense.
him, sure.
Um,
Almost punched him to death into the moonlight.
Greg will attend your meeting, but Yannick's going to stay in front of the door.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Unless he has to go down the stairs.
Yeah.
And Kroll's down there. Kroll's been down there the whole time, just kind of watching, sitting on like a chair, just kind of leaning back, just watching into the locked up cell where the moonlight is. Just kind of like moonlight's like slowly pacing back and forth, still in its like tall gray featureless form.
Well, yeah. Who else can it take?
All I picture is the aliens from Signs.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
Now, what he did mention earlier, that he has to drink the blood of.
Correct.
Now,
If you remember correctly, he said he'd had to drink the blood from a mortal wound.
Oh,
from a mortal one.
Oh,
specifically.
so they have.
I was gonna say, because I was like, I want a doppelganger. My own?
But that sounds like a 80s kids movie. My own doppelganger.
My own doppelganger.
Starring Fred Savage.
Sorry.
My doppelganger and me?
Yeah, there you go.
Me, myself, and my doppelganger.
There's something about my doppelganger.
Oh boy.
Okay.
We're gonna stop there.
All right. Pizza. Oh, sorry. I yelled.
It's exciting to get pizza.
Sorry, guys. We got pizza. We're very excited. So you relate to the party. Anybody want to have any insight?
Well, PJ, you sound super clear now, by the way.
Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Oh, yeah, it's fine. I forgot. Beer.
Oh yeah, will you bring me a red chair, please? Oh man.
Those who are giving Emerson notes about the volume, thank you very much.
So you could do a shout out to Maddie.
Thank you, Maddie.
Oh,
Maddie?
Gordon's in the chat.
Gordon's chat?
Yeah, Gordon.
Hey,
What's up, Gordon?
Will you hand me the opener behind you there? Thanks,
Um,
buddy. Oh,
Sorry,
rolled
guys.
a one.
We don't have weird commercial things.
Rolled another one.
All right, so after you guys have this small discussion between you, Krugen walks over to Barbarossa.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "We'll wait out in the shallows. We'll have to take a few of the rafts inland, as the boat's gonna have to stay out here. It's not gonna make it that far on the shore. We'll have to separate into 2 rafts. It's gonna take us right to the edge of the beaches.
We have more than one raft?
There's 2.
Oh, cool. It's a big boat.
Well, remember, one's not The one that's tied up in the back too.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
there's
so
that one
technically
too.
3. So
Yeah.
technically you would
The
have
dinghy is in back.
dinghy.
Miller.
No, I don't even want to look. Anyway, keep going.
So
What?
he kind of leans over. He's like, "We'll split into 3. Then we'll take 3. We'll go onto the beaches."
I'll actually scout ahead.
Wait,
I'll go to water.
I still want to get some feedback on the doppelganger before people leave.
Okay. I mean, he's gray and he's ugly looking, but
Well,
what I mean?
Great.
wait. So he was living on a ship. That's where they found him, right?
No, wasn't he?
Yep.
Oh,
If you remember, they said they found him floating out on an abandoned ship.
So we're
He may
all
have been a doppelganger the entire time.
right. But the thing is, he originally was on a ship when they found him, and we're all leaving this ship. We don't need it anymore, right? What if we just say it's yours and we all get off?
Okay, that's an idea. I'm not opposed to that. What's everyone think?
So we don't have to transport him. He doesn't have to be around the other people.
Yeah, I don't want to bring him along.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Krugen
I kind of want to set him free and be like.
Krugen interjects a little. He's like, "Well, since it's not my ship."
Right, you're going back, aren't you?
Oh, he's like, "No." Well, that's what I was gonna say. If it's okay with you all, I would like to accompany you until I can find a suitable place for you guys to create one of those teleportation circles.
You can come back.
I can't man that thing by myself.
Okay.
As much as I like these people that we've picked up, they probably really wouldn't be too welcome back where I'm from.
Question.
So I'll follow you. The minute you open that teleportation circle, it's a quick way back home. I was going to give you the ship, so whatever you do with it, your call.
What's the child?
Might be handy to have.
You're the
Kroll has a child.
Kroll has a
Kroll
child.
has
You have it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Kroll have two?
So I was gonna say, like, I wonder, can we use a teleportation circle? Does it have to be on something that's stationary?
Yeah, it has to be on an actual teleportation circle, I believe.
You just put it on
If you
the
remember,
back.
the teleportation circle, wherever you make the ruin, it's permanent in that spot.
Right. Oh, right.
So say,
could you
I'm thinking like Thor's hammer type thing. Like, can
technically
you put it on the boat? So wherever the boat goes, it's a teleportation circle?
Yeah, but yeah.
could you put it on Yennik?
That's big enough.
That's
He's-
an interesting idea.
I mean, he's
And then out of the blue,
No,
everybody
the
lands on
teleportation-
Yannick.
If you remember, the teleportation circle is like
Yeah, that's true.
That's what I'm saying.
10 feet. Circle.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. On the boat, we could technically.
I mean, you
But we don't know,
But we don't have to work.
like, yeah, and we don't know whose possession the boat would be in, or if it's in the ocean.
That's true, but I mean, leaving a teleportation circle like on the ground would be the same thing as.
No, it doesn't matter because only we can access it.
Oh.
It's not like you just need a key for it. You need the rune chalk,
Uh-huh.
which is a super
And
rare
the
item.
runes have to be specific
Yeah.
to
To the
the
chalk.
other runes.
And I would imagine that if people were to see the runes, they wouldn't even be able to decipher it unless they knew what it was already.
Right.
They haven't reached level cap yet. They can't.
Right,
fast travel.
right. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Saskia, what do you think
That makes sense.
about your buddy?
I'm okay with him not coming with us, but I would like to speak with it.
Yeah.
To see what it plans on doing.
Well, we'd like to just, it wouldn't hurt to reinforce that we are the ones granting it its freedom, so that maybe it can remember it later on.
Yeah, and I mean, if you think about it, who are we to say that we're any better than the creature? We killed people. We don't know their history or their stories.
Right.
Yeah, they were attacking us, but this creature was also being forced upon by another party.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we need to.
That's why we're not doing anything other than, letting it go.
Okay.
We don't know its motive, and we can't assume it. And yeah, to another party, we might look like bad guys too. But still, just like another group who sees our actions, from afar, wouldn't necessarily trust us. We don't necessarily trust it.
That being said, doppelganger. This is the first time we've ever met a doppelganger, but that doesn't mean that it's not the only one we're going to meet. So I suggest also carrying silver with us just in case we ever happen to meet this again.
List.
Or something similar. Because this might be, quote unquote, a friendly doppelganger, but the next one we meet might not be.
Well, didn't he say he left the other ones because of the way they lived? Or am I making that up?
Yeah, if you remember the story, he said it. He doesn't. Its whole thing wasn't. That's not his way of life.
So there's definitely more out there.
He wanted to play with the normal kids, but instead he couldn't because of the way he looked.
They were listening to Skrillex. And
Huh?
Well,
weird haircuts.
the thing is, anybody that we come across can be a doppelganger.
Exactly.
Because the party was living with him for 2 weeks,
Greg slowly
abandoned.
puts his hand on his knife and is staring at Sass.
I mean, it doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be anything like, oh, here's a metal or a silver bar.
Slowly pulling
You
at
just
his hair
put
and
it
pointing at
on your
Greg.
glove or something, like lining on your glove.
Mexican
So when you shake someone's hand,
if it burns or not, we'll know it's
Oh, that is a good idea. Ring.
it's pretty
ring.
clever of you.
Yep.
ring.
That's a good idea.
We need
Look
a
at you.
shine.
Actually,
Can you
you can and Sorth can.
And we have
So
we
between
have
the
a
two
silver
of you?
lining. There's a silver lining.
Wow.
On
That was a terrible pun. Says someone who probably would have made that pun otherwise.
We're booing you next.
Yeah, I know. I'm just glad that he got it on me. Okay, well, should we then just formally say you're free to go about your business, but please, no?
I'm okay with it.
No? What? No?
This one's like somewhat friendly. I suggest we deal with the ones that are not so friendly.
Greg, you don't approve of letting it go?
Speak up.
leave him on the ship, Greg? Is that what we should do? Like, no?
Bring him with us?
He's gonna write down. He's just gonna.
Yeah.
write
Go
down.
get Yannick.
Sounds like.
Questions
Damn
that
it,
you
Greg.
need.
Yeah. No, he's just gonna write down. Force him into opposite direction of where we are going when we land.
So the question that I originally asked, the ship, I know it'll be useful if we kept it, but are we going inland?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we don't need a ship if we're going inland.
Right.
I mean,
like resources for later, but
right, but
commandeer a ship.
if we, I mean, hypothetically speaking, if we make this guy an ally, maybe we can use the ship later.
Yeah, I think just through our actions, we not necessarily made an ally, but at least made good with this creature. He'll probably remember.
It's doppelganger
Trust,
in
question
the
mark.
area.
No, he's down and old.
While they're
And I'll
discussing
go,
this, I'm gonna go talk to the
eh.
doppelganger.
Okay.
Not really.
But let's like let him know, like, look, like we only want, you know, we don't want anything to become of you if you're truly making a peaceful life for yourself. In return, we're going to give you this ship if you don't mind us using it every once in a while.
How would we even do that?
I don't know.
Okay, so Barbarossa makes his way out of the party and walks downstairs. You come down and you can see the creature still pacing back and forth, and it's pretty tall.
Yannick's gonna just, when he walks down, like, oh, if we made up our mind that we're gonna kill him or not?
Yannick's standing there, and Kroll's still sitting against the back of the wall.
No.
watching this.
Kroll's
Can I ask you a
with
question?
us.
Ah.
I mean,
Oh, that's right,
he
Kroll
just
is
wouldn't
upstairs.
have. He just
Never
doesn't
mind.
sound
Yeah,
like he had an opinion, but he
So
only wants to stay.
I
with
just
Yannick.
respond now. Just came to answer this question. They're still discussing it upstairs. And I walk up to the cage, not intending to go in or anything, just
Okay.
talk through it to the bars.
And it stops and looks down at you.
And I look at it and I'm like, would you be able to recognize your own kind just by looking at them?
And it still kind of has that sharp breathing from when Yannick
Crushed its chest.
So you guys
It's got
feel that
asthma.
Beat the crap out of it.
Yes. We can see each other through the guise of another person.
Thank you. That's all the information I needed. Make my way back up to the group.
He's fucking cryptic, isn't he?
And just nods at you.
Make my way back up to the group, and I relay this information that he could be useful for this, because we know there's some more out there.
And Farashi, kind of, who's leaning over the thing, you know, somebody who can change their appearance, not a bad thing to have.
But it's actually very true as well.
I know spy networks that have used these things. Kings, queens.
I feel like
They
it's
can topple entire kingdoms if done correctly.
if done correctly, and I feel like its loyalties are already very ambiguous. Versus, it seems like
Well, I feel
you
like
know
its
the
loyalties are to itself.
right, but
Well,
that's
but-
what I'm saying.
But
is-
that's pretty much the same with a lot of the people in
Right
the
on a
group
piece
as well.
of paper by killing though? Question mark.
no,
Have
no.
we not killed? Has your robot friend not killed?
Construct.
He writes construct.
Again, it's really ambiguous. We don't know the circumstances surrounding why or how he killed Abraham. Maybe Abraham was a piece of shit. We'll never know that. But it did infiltrate a group, killed one of, well, not really one of their own, but kill one to become one of them. So, I don't know. It seems iffy to me. It seems risky to bring him along versus these other 12 people who seem to be very appreciative to being saved. This one just seems like it has other motives. Why don't we just see what it wants to do when we land?
Yeah, I was going to suggest that.
See what it's interested in doing.
At this point,
Yeah.
also,
It might not even want to be part of our group.
During this conversation, you can see Krugen has got some of the other refugees to help him drop the ships and the ladders. And another one's pulling in the rope for their ship to get closer. It's like, whenever you're ready. No rush, take your time.
It'll be just a moment.
Okay.
Just kind of nods his head.
You want to? You just talk to him. You want to go?
I'll go
ask him?
downstairs. You guys following?
I'm going. I'm going downstairs.
Edwin's
I'll
going
go.
down. And Saskia
Greg
and Barbarossa.
We'll all go down there and just be intimidating in the corner.
Yeah, sure. Okay, you go down and it's still pacing back and forth. Did you guys all come
Yeah.
down the stairs in a giant group? Kroll following as well. And it kind of stops dead in its tracks. Just kind of glances over at this giant party.
So our group has been discussing what to do with you, but has come to our attention. We haven't asked you what you want to do. What do you want to do when we reach the land?
Very thoughtful. My story stands. I just want a life, a normal life. Oh, sorry, I just messed up. Come on, Mom. Flipper? There you go. I just want normalcy. I do not wish to kill. Again, necessity drove me to it.
So,
Can I do a check on that? Or
You
will that
give me
be
an insight check.
insight? 16.
It's hard to read. I mean, it's almost featureless. It's not really sweating. It's not. Tears aren't rolling down its eyes anymore like it was last time. But it's just hard to read.
So-
You were persuaded by its story, to say the least.
so do you want to be alone to make your way? Do you want to stay on this ship? Do you want to be in a group of people? Like, what do you envision for yourself? Like, what you could define as normal?
Family. children.
At this point, I interject and I say, you'll have hard times trying to find normalcy while the swarm is out there. Would you like to help us?
Well, I might also just suggest you might also have a hard time finding a normal life in this group after having been discovered as infiltrating the group under guise. You didn't start off with the best intentions or with trust, so that's why we come to you. I'm not sure they're going to want you in their group.
Don't listen to him, I interject also.
But
He's very skeptical. He was very skeptical.
She.
We'll get it right eventually. She's very skeptical. She was very skeptical of me when I first joined.
I like it.
Thank you.
And it actually looks over at Saskia. And what say you? The one that cured me from my wounds.
That's right, she did.
I did. I want you to have that peaceful life that you search for. I know that you've done something terrible. However, who are we to judge and know exactly what happened?
So it sounds like a vote is to be made. As some of you wish to bring me along for whatever reason, and some of you wish me to be alone. I will leave it in the hands of my captors.
Can we clarify one thing?
Yeah.
What do you want?
Oh. Yes, I was just going to say, because you were very ambiguous about that, Mr. Moonlight, Mr. or Mrs. I don't know what your pronoun is.
Mr. Alien guy from M. Night Shyamalan Ding Dong.
You coming to take our jobs?
I wish to look like her or her.
Oh. That's unsettling. You understand?
Can't look like
why?
I do not. I wish to look like everyone else.
Okay.
And not this. But to do that, my curse, his blood must be spilled for it.
Just saying that
we can give him
if a shape changer looks at someone and says, I want to look like you.
But do you mean
that puts us on edge.
But
yes. Yeah.
But Moonlight, do you mean specifically them or just human?
Nah, it's normal. You want to look
human or elfish?
You want to look like common folk that are accepted.
Doing what common people do.
Can you take
more than you will ever know?
We can help him slip the throat.
Can you take the form of an animal?
I don't think he wants that. I don't think he wants that.
A temporary fix while on land, rather than having something that people are not used to seeing walk around.
As thoughtful as it is, it does not work that way.
Can you change it to a bugbear?
I mean, I think that we've now that we understand that the silver is how we out these guys, that there's really little no danger for us letting him go, and little danger for him coming with us. I mean, if Grig and the refugee we picked up can pick up, make a few rings for us, we'll be able to figure it out pretty quick. And even if he did end up betraying us and killing one of us, we'd be able to out him pretty quick. Either way.
Yeah, he's definitely pretty outnumbered.
And I mean, worst case scenario, I can always beat his chest in again.
Hey, watch it lift his hand up. Kind of clenches the chest.
Yeah, we can give it the first bastard we see on the road that tries to hurt us.
To clarify, do you need to feed? Is that like sustenance to you? Is that food and water?
I eat fish, birds, fruits.
So it's not required that you consume a mortal wound.
You just need,
Only when you.
That's just if you want to become them.
and only you don't need all the blood. You just need like some blood, correct?
But a mortal wound.
I want to suck your blood.
So it
Mortal-
can't just be mortal wound.
Must
Like
come from mortally wounded.
Okay.
that's how
Gotcha.
they take them over. They can't just
Gotcha.
beat someone without.
I can't just like make a cut and you taste
Yeah.
it and
And
boom.
then he's Edwin.
Yeah, that's what I was
Right.
thinking earlier.
Okay.
Do we have any robes?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be a tough life for you. I don't know. I'm neutral.
Yeah, thank you.
Are you capable of defending yourself?
I haven't lived this long. Not to be able to.
I'm going to remove my black captain's coat. Like it's a pretty long coat, right? The one that
It's big.
since I now have the Eye of Robes or Robe of Eyes, whatever it is.
I have robes.
The Eye of Rose. Eye of Rose.
This eye
Sorry,
is
this is Team Dicelexic, right?
It is.
Yeah. Nope, you're right.
So I'm gonna give him that captain's jacket.
You just push it through the bars to him. And
Yes.
The bars like, but you know, he reaches and he grabs. And pulls it.
This is for you to help disguise you when you're not in a disguise, and possibly provide warmth.
And he wraps it. It's a little tight around his shoulders. It doesn't look terrible. He's like Donald Duck in it, like it's a shirt, no pants. But I mean, it doesn't look bad.
But it's something.
You.
I don't have any clothes.
And it just kind of eyes everybody in the room.
How far away? We're
You guys
within
are like-
boating distance of the land, though.
Oh yeah, you guys are like
Like-
probably 100 yards out from the land.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
I'm just
make
gonna go
my-
up and open up the door then.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way back up.
You're
So
gonna open the door.
Yeah.
he's traveling with us.
I mean, he has to get off the ship, and I think after that, he'd rather go your own way, yeah?
So
I think he wants to
Well,
tag along.
Well, let him speak for himself.
Oh, okay. That's what I discerned.
I wish not to be intrusion. If you wish to part with me at land, that is fine. I hold no. You hold no sway over my decision.
Great.
You want me with you? That's fine. You wish me to leave?
Let's say that exactly
That's fine.
half of us want you with us, and the other half don't. Then what are you doing?
That's accurate.
Ponders for a moment, says to you. And I make my own way in life. As I have before, and I always will.
Excellent. I think he'd rather be by himself.
Okay. At this point, Krugen kind of leans down. He's like, day's getting shorter. We're going to want to beat the night.
Oh, right. We have to disembark to hit land. Okay. Let's go ashore.
Okay.
Okay.
Did I grab it?
So,
Yeah, I'll take the box too with the silver lining.
crate.
Yeah. I'm a big boy.
Yannick of holding.
Yeah, cool.
Yannick of holding.
And since
And it's just the top of the crate was lined. It's not the whole crate. It's not like a silver crate.
oh
It was just the top of it with whatever was holding it closed.
Just rip
was
that
lined
part
with
off.
silver.
yeah, can I rip that?
Yeah, it's easy
Okay,
enough.
cool.
It's made of wood. You're huge. I'm not gonna make
It's
it.
cool. And then Greg's gonna get in a boat and I'll walk to shore
I'll swim.
Okay.
because I can't get in a boat.
or I can cast fly on you again if you want.
Yeah,
Oh,
save,
man,
save,
then the
save a spell.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean
okay.
that would prevent this salt water from getting in my innards.
I'll cast fly on you.
All right. Yannick on top deck kind of raise me up.
Then Greg will get on my back. Then.
Okay, Greg grabs on. You're gonna take off on your boots, flying boots. You're hopping in the water. You can breathe. Saskia, you're hopping into one of the boats.
I'll do the broom, but Lobo will go on one of the boats.
Oh, okay. So
Put Lobo on the broom.
What is the
so
point
much
of-
flying.
What is the point of you having a manta ray thing?
Oh, yeah, give it to
Because you
someone.
can't even use it.
Yeah,
I
she's
can
got her.
use it.
Oh, wait,
she's
you
got
can
her-
use
she's
it.
got
Well,
the
there's
other
not right
boat
now.
now.
When there's water and air, she's going to choose
There's like
air.
water. Never mind. I'm just gonna.
But she's also got a broom too.
But
so-
yeah, I got a broom.
So, do both.
Why
What's going to
fly?
happen? Because you go really fast underwater?
Like a-
No.
No,
No,
A
the
broom
broom
and a cloak?
room underwater with the
Room
cloak.
underwater
Do
with
it!
the
Do it!
I'll be like a dolphin.
Do it! Do it! Do
No,
it!
she
You
has
can be
to
like a
be tuned to
torpedo.
She'd have to attune to that.
Bouncing.
To
over
the-
water.
Yeah.
Is it cries attunement?
Swim, jump, fly. swim.
Throw her like a torpedo off a ship on the broom with the manta ray cloak.
Oh
Fastball
god.
special?
Do it! Do it! As hard as you can. Come on.
Saskia, it seems
I'm just
like
gonna start flying
Claws.
away.
Oh.
But you
And then stand alongside me while
Follow
and
her
I'll
off.
pull an arrow out and make it look like from a profile I'm shooting her.
Crow just drops down in a ship and just puts his hands up.
That's a great idea.
Children! He just
Yeah.
sits in there, he has his axe, and he's just staring straight at
Yannick,
you.
we had a good idea.
Yeah.
Alright, so who's in the boat with? Is everybody flying?
Besides everybody but
Jonathan
He's swimming.
Kroll and
and Kroll could.
The rep.
What
Kroll,
are
that's
you
right.
guys
Krugen.
flying
Kroll.
too?
Kroll's
I'm flying. Yeah.
Oh,
Jo-
both of them. Okay, well.
Krugen, Jonathan, Kroll, they can lead the boats. I mean, we're gonna.
It's only a.
Yeah,
We're
we'll supervise the
Yeah.
the
So everybody
trip.
starts.
Make sure they don't hit any landmines.
Field trip.
Water mines.
Actually,
Supervising.
Good.
I was just gonna say, just to speed things up a little bit, I'll just push or pull. Push and pull. Why not? Since I'm flying, a couple of the little rowboats.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
Sure.
Does that matter what you're flying?
10.
It's kind of moves quite quicker. You can watch the one
Like
Krugen.
Iron Man.
You can watch the one Krugen's rowing. Yeah, those two start going by. He's like starts rowing super fast, trying to catch up, and you can hear like grunting as you pass.
While I see this underwater, I pop up. I see him.
Wait, Kroll would be in the
water
boats
bend,
too.
the
No,
water.
Krugen's the one with him. You're way ahead, right? You went jumped in first.
Well, I jumped in first.
You
But
wanna be
I was
right.
with the group.
Oh, you're just staying. Everybody's staying
Yeah,
together.
we're staying together.
If there's another oar, can I do my mage hand and have it grab an oar and help
Yes, mage
Krugen's
hand.
boat? It's free.
All right, he's doing it, and then you just
Yeah.
disembody, like hand grabs on. He's like, and it's going super fast. He's trying to catch up.
He's turning.
He's like,
With the boat.
Slowly, like turn it.
I'll
Slow
periodically
down!
move it to the other one, like 3 rows at a time.
You can
I'll-
see
I'll-
a few of the refugees in this boat are just like, what the
We're
fuck is
skipping
happening?
along the top of the water.
And I'm just laughing. I'm flying up above him laughing. I'm like, yeah, you got this, Krugen.
I'll use shape water to like make them go faster as well.
Okay.
Oh, race, huh? We're gonna do it this way, huh?
This way.
So about 10 minutes goes by, not even, maybe 8. You all start to approach the shore. Some of you landing there.
Can we roll for the race?
Yeah, you don't worry about it.
Yeah.
A strength
Can-
check?
Just keep an eye out for shit on the shore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
ship on
On
your
the
perception
shore.
check. It's going to be Krugen's ship.
Oh, shit.
The one ship you're pushing and the other ship you're pushing.
All
You just
right.
whoever
Straight
and
perception.
add your dexterity modifier on the top of it.
My dex?
Yeah.
Dex?
I got 18.
Okay, that's fine. Shit. 12.
Okay.
16.
Do you guys want to roll to see who gets to land first?
sure,
Just for
sure.
fun.
Yeah.
Mine's just to see what's on the
What,
shore.
strength?
Dexterity.
Oh, ooh, yeah. 12.
What'd you get?
Natural 20.
Yeah!
Saskia's
Jesus.
got the broom up as you guys all start to approach land, except for Krugen, who rolled very low, like a 3. I don't know his dex, and I don't have it up. You guys all land. Saskia's literally just kind of doing this thing. Just waiting. You just hear, "Ah!" You look over and Krugen's still going with the mage hand still trying to help. And he's just kind of doing this. This boat's like slowly turning one end, other, as he finally makes it to land. He's like,
That was fun. Let's do it again.
so everybody starts, and Frosh is like, please, no.
Oh, jeez.
Please,
Oh,
no,
I'm sorry.
no.
Which boat was she on?
It doesn't-
She was on Krugen's boat.
Oh, whoops.
No,
Sorry.
Lord, please. I thought we were safe.
I didn't realize.
Kroll gets out of the. He was on the boat with Krugen as well. Kind of just dusts himself off.
Because it's dusty on that boat.
It's dusty on that boat. Dusts himself off of water. He waters himself off. And Krugen's kind of. It's the first time you've seen any sort of emotion from this warrior, and he's just out of breath. And he's kind of leans back and he's like,
Got your cardio in for the day, huh?
Yeah. Alright, so he looks around, he's like, pulls out a compass, and he's like, we're at the north. I can't speak. We're at the northernmost tip of the Cloakwood. Just out of view from the Baldur's Gate patrols. If we go any further south down the coast, we're going to run into the cliffs, as well as the Harpies. Not a good way to go.
The cliffs of insanity.
This is probably going to serve as the easiest access point if we're going to Candle Keep. If we head southeast through this forest, we should come to Coastway. Coastway will take us north up to Baldur's Gate, north up to the split off that can take us over to where you need to go. South, it'll carry us all the way south through and it'll carry east towards Cormer.
We want to go inland, right? East?
We're going to want to go inland.
Did you say there's a road, or are we just, or...
There is, which is Coastway, but we have to go through Candlekeep to get to, or we have to go through the Cloakwood.
Is that bad?
Yeah, because of patrols.
Could be. There's
Baldur's
patrols.
Gate patrols.
There's Candlekeep's not known to be, or not Candlekeep. Cloakwood's not known to be a safe place.
Is there any safe place anymore around here, or a safer route?
Looks like Cloakwood's going to be the safest. To the north's got patrols, south's got the Harpies and the cliffs, which are taking us nowhere.
I think that we should probably set up camp on the beach, and some of the refugees can help gather food, and then we can go through the Cloakwood tomorrow morning.
I'm gonna go.
It's only it's not even like 11 yet.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh.
the day was quickly going.
Yeah. Oh, I thought
He
you
was
did
just saying
too.
We got to go before
Oh, okay.
we need to get going.
Well, then let's move
travel.
into the wood. Yeah.
Yeah.
East.
I mean,
Southeast,
Should we
right?
prep provisions for the group, just in case while we're here.
Oh,
Probably.
sure. Let's do some foraging so people have some food.
Yeah.
Edwin, give me a history check. Because you've been to Candlekeep, so you kind of know this general area.
17.
Okay. You just remember being a kid being told not to wander into the forest.
Specifically the Cloakwood?
Specifically the Cloakwood. As you know, it kind of encompasses most of where Candlekeep is. You vaguely remember as a child being told, stay away from the Cloakwood.
Hey guys,
Hey.
we should stay away from the Cloakwood.
Oh. Why?
Well, I've actually been to Candlekeep when I was younger, and every time we've come through this way, mind you, it's been a long time, I was always told to stay out of the Cloakwood.
Well, scary when you were a little one.
Bandits. What would I say? Like bandits?
80 years ago, right?
You don't remember.
Yeah, it was like 105 years ago.
5 years ago when you were young.
But no, it was
Well, bandits.
maybe I can't remember bandits. That's the only thing that comes to my mind. But I'm getting old and feeble, so I don't remember.
What level are the mobs in this zone?
They are 7, but elite.
They scale, so.
This guy.
It's instant.
Around here.
how long would it take Greg to forge 4 or 5, maybe 6 rings? A few days.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Or, I mean-
rings, especially with what's around you, not much around.
Yeah, fair enough.
With Yannick, you just would bend metal to ring sized.
It's not exactly forging
That's not
around. It's
necessarily
making a
forging, but
disc.
at least it's usable. At least it's usable.
I
for
mean,
what we're gonna use it for.
if you want to try it, absolutely.
I mean, we've got silver coins. I don't think it's necessary right now.
That's true. We have a lot of
Yeah, we
people
can-
that's
I
Sling
want
coins
to
and-
forage for some berries or whatnot, even fish, whatever,
I'll go
to
check.
help feed the refugees for a few days. We've have our supplies, but obviously not for 12 people.
I'll go fishing.
Survival check. Saskia, do you want to help?
Are we-
at all? Is anybody helping?
Are we doing it
I'll
alone, or
help-
can we
I'll help
like?
fish.
Yeah, please help fish.
Yeah, okay,
So,
you fish.
you help-
You forage with me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can
All right,
So with
very much
Saskia,
decipher.
Yeah, she's probably better at that than
With
me.
advantage.
With advantage?
Go up with advantage.
probably,
I think you're
probably
better
for
at
you,
that.
I'd say you'd have it with
So why
advantage
don't
as well.
I'll help you.
Okay.
So you roll with advantage.
Plus survival.
Oh, hopefully. That's better.
Do I
You have a
do I
negative
get
on your
is it
survival?
like nature?
Nature
Negative
or
two.
survival.
I should have done
Survival.
survival. Fucking hell.
What's your bonus?
I have a plus
27.
Ooh, that's good. It's
Okay.
better than mine.
Saskia and Klaatu managed to spend the next 20 minutes kind of breaching the outside of this forest. And how it actually, the island setup or the land setup you're on is, it's basically all of these like almost palm trees, borderline tropical,
Oh.
are kind of overhanging over this very small and sandy beaches. It creates like a very like a picturesque scenery. Like it's like shaded. It looks like somewhere you would go on vacation. It's like very relaxed, almost looks private, as the beach itself kind of, from your point of view, as it waves up to the north, you can see it carries back for probably about 10, 15 miles before it kind of cuts more into the mainland and starts heading around north up the coast. The water, as Barbarossa and Yannick are out there swimming, the water's crystal clear. You can see further down south, you can see where the waves start to get a bit more hectic out there as you goes towards the
Cliffs.
cliffs, but from where you guys are
Which
at,
is south of here, yeah.
which is south.
Okay.
From
That's
where
where we
you
get
guys are
herpes.
at, it is like, it's pretty crystal clear. There's all these different hues of green and blue that kind of give you a visual reference of how like deep it gets as it goes out.
So is it more jungle or forest?
It's more forest on the cusp of jungle.
Almost tropical.
Almost.
Okay.
And then essentially, the beach leads up to some rocks. It leads directly into this like really thick, dense
Okay.
forest.
So we got enough food for the group?
Yeah, between the two, you guys managed to forage a good amount, like a bundle of vegetables and berries.
Cool.
Saskia, give me a name. Give me a nature check real quick.
Did we get any fish?
Oh shit.
Make a fishing check.
We did.
I think you have advantage. Do you have advantage?
For what?
Nature check?
23.
Oh, okay.
No.
You managed to avoid almost all of anything that could have been poisonous berry-wise.
Oh, right.
You're quick to be like, nope, don't eat
Right.
that. Nope.
Well, it would have been an advantage if I'm helping, I guess.
I'm proficient in them.
What'd you guys roll on your?
Well, so he rolled a 16. He has a -2 to survival. I have a +2 to survival. So I think it's just a 16.
You guys managed to get some fish with a 16. It's not too bad. A lot of times it's
little
a
4-incher.
lot of times it's Barbarossa, almost, and it's kind of cool to watch. It's almost like watching a sheep herder do it with fish. He's not Aquaman. He's not talking to him, but he's quick and underwater enough
Would
to
you
kind
kindly
of
get my bag, please? Thank you.
to get these
Very good.
this school of fish to come towards Yannick, who just kind of are you really
No, I'm gonna.
Oh.
I'll just get out. I have a bunch of daggers. I'll just stab one.
just
Yeah.
start stabbing
Yeah.
him? Is Greg with you?
You
when
just
you're-
stab in the
No,
water.
Greg's not a huge fan of the water.
So you guys managed
Especially
probably to get
considering the
about
fact
20,
that I don't swim.
Yeah, you guys probably managed to get 20 decent sized fish. Cool.
You want to have salt?
Yeah,
You have salt?
Greek it does. Yeah, Greek has got all kinds of spices that he can.
Preserve it.
Oh no, cook it.
How can he taste it? Doesn't he have a tongue?
Dry it. He's got the back bit, so he primarily just tastes
Bitter? Is it like bitter?
Yeah. Yeah. It's at least he still has his teeth. You know, we don't have to mush it, which is
We'll
nice.
distribute the food amongst the group
Oh,
so they can all eat.
Yeah.
when I was collecting stuff, I also wanted to collect stuff to make either
Scrapbook.
yeah. Here's a twig from when we made sure. No, I basically want to collect something to either make a basket or something that I can either wear or have with the broom. I want to carry Lobo with me if I ever do.
You want a potato of holding.
You want wait. What?
When I get on the broom, I want to be able to take Lobo with me.
A sidecar.
A sling?
She wants to be Kiki's delivery service.
I do.
I would say a basket
with Lobo.
Well, I know. I mean, see, even if it's something that I can put Lobo in and take with me, I don't know.
So you just want to gather up some. Whoa! You want to gather up some.
Here, talking about Lobo, getting a little jealous.
Let's go find Vox Machina, kill Vex, and take her necklace, so you can use that.
Shit.
Hey!
I'll scissor her right now.
We're in the wrong universe now.
Yeah, right.
We just left out alright. Sorry.
We'll get to the
Broom
arguments
sidecar.
later, but
Broom sidecar?
Yeah.
Just leaning over to one side with the
you
dog
look at
in it.
Mad Eye Moody, he has the little kickback legs, and he's driving.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Cool.
So
You
guys
go.
make a quick fire. Everybody eats. Get some rest.
And I will dry out the rest.
What
of
is
the fish
Moonlight
there,
doing?
Moonlight's literally just probably 30 feet away from everybody.
Oh.
Just kind of watching. And you can see some of the crew from the refugees are kind of.
All right. I'm going to bring fish to Moonlight.
And you walk over and he just stares down
Sounds
at you.
like a
Is he
movie
still
title
with
or
us? Because
something.
I thought he was going to leave.
Are you offering me food?
Yes?
And then he kills you. No, I'm just kidding.
Campaign over.
a hug and stabs you.
Oh, God.
Oh,
See, sounds good. Can I have a hug? He's man, just get his me telling and just runs away.
That's the side
It's
of
me
the
too.
trusting people that has burned us before.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I actually
Reach
never
down,
trusted him.
put the fish in his hand. He smells it and he just starts eating it. Did you give him a cooked one or a raw one? Because they were cooking from the
I would assume cooked.
You just starts eating into it, kind of peeling it. And he's not savage, it's very proper with it. Kind of peels in and puts some in his mouth and eats it.
Do you drink it all?
Oh, fuck.
Okay.
I drink water. Do you have
Water mixed with.
what are you offering?
Water down.
Well, I'm not offering it. I just want to know if you drink. Because I can tell you some great places to go to.
I've drinking before under the guise of someone else. Is it alcohol you are questioning me about?
Yes.
Who doesn't? And for the first time, you can see a small smirk.
So uncomfortable.
And I'll just start telling him about my beer.
Okay.
Or my ale or whatever. it
Saskia
is.
spends the rest of your guys' little lunch hour, your lunch break.
Panther. Was it Black Panther? This week?
With
No, that was the Panther Sweat. That was a bar or a
Panther
pub.
Sweat. No, that was a drink.
Oh, okay. No, mine is
Darwood Ale. And then you made in
Ale.
Alexandria, you got to name that one. Lobo's, what'd you name it? Lobo's something. I've got
Lobo
my notes
Lightning?
here.
No. I don't remember.
Something. But Darwood Ale was
Yes.
yours. The one that you become
this
known for in this world. So you guys finish lunch. Fire kind of quickly burns out. You guys kind of kick sand, dust over it. Spent about an hour on the shore, so it's about noon now.
I'll stealth ahead.
Wrong person. And there's a small path from where you guys are at, maybe about 20 yards out, that you can see leads up into the dense forest. And the path itself almost looks shaped as where it's like any normal jungle path or a forest path would just be a forest path and then the trees around it. This is kind of rounded. It almost looks like it grew to almost like a tunnel.
How, based on when I talked to Jonathan, how far is Scornabel from here?
So on foot from where you're
I
at,
forgot from last week.
Scornabel was
Fuck horse.
on foot.
Don't fuck horses.
Right.
Fuck horses.
Someone in Florida just got arrested for that.
If Florida, man.
The fact that you know.
Of course, Florida.
If I remember, it was 7 to 10 days walk
Yeah. Okay.
from where you were at.
And how far are we from where we were escorting Farashi to Dragonspear Castle? That's not even on the way, is it?
No, Dragonfire Castle's north.
Yeah,
from where you're at.
And we're going east, northeast.
You're going southeast.
Southeast. Oh, I had that way off.
Yeah, we're going the wrong direction.
Scornabel. I thought Scornabel was northeast.
We have to go southeast towards Candlekeep. That's what we were
That's what
told.
we were told at the
Well,
beginning.
Candlekeep is where the drops are. You don't have to go to Candlekeep.
Yeah.
He was just
Oh,
saying
okay.
it's the only area he knows where you guys are at now, besides the Moonshays.
There was the land.
There'd be safety. That
Gotcha,
he thinks.
gotcha.
Scornabel, let me bring up a map. Bring up a map, man.
The man, motherfucker.
Yeah, to the north is the High Moor from where you guys are
Is
at.
our stream
And
ready,
then
Welcome to
You might want. I mean, it's,
east is Cormyr.
Cor-
And you're looking for where?
Scornabel.
Scornabel. That's right.
not
Scornabel
Northwest
is,
coroner.
Oh,
if I remember, Scornabel is to the east.
Okay.
Sorry, this map's huge and I don't remember where
Yeah.
everything's at. If I'm correct, yeah, Scornabel is to the east from you guys. So
Just-
it's northeast from where
It's
you're at.
northeast.
Correct,
Okay, cool.
correct,
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So, are we going anywhere else first, you guys, or do you think we're heading toward Scornabel, like our destination? Right.
Let's head. Yeah, we're
Why
heading
is
to
that our
Scornabel.
destination again?
That's where we.
What's her face?
That's where the our traveling vendor will be. There's a major town there. We can conduct some business with smithing, and we can set up our teleport circle.
Yeah.
So that we can go from there back to
The
bring
first
back to the island, and then potentially go to the
Oh,
Moonshays.
yeah,
Potentially,
okay.
isn't that where you want to go? But this is like kind of getting our ducks in a row and getting our travel arrangements made convenient.
So we need to find a travel agent. Just saying.
Yeah, I've got it right here. It's this piece of chalk.
Okay.
We're unlocking all the.
Yeah, we're unlocking the fast travels
Yeah.
here,
Yeah.
and our sweet traveling vendor
Yeah.
chests.
Okay.
We're going to mark
And-
life before we go to Solitude.
And the city wouldn't be bad for us to conduct some business. No.
Huh? No, sorry, I was shaking my head
Okay.
at him.
Yeah, I need to. I'm carrying a little too much. I'd like to
Yeah.
sell some things.
Yeah. But I don't know if there was somewhere in between that we thought about stopping over, or if there's a random exclamation point that appears on the map somewhere we should go toward.
Oh, sorry.
There's not an arrow in the compass?
Yeah, a glowing
You
line.
have to legally download Quest Helper.
Yeah, quest. Yeah. Curse.
I'm so confused.
Oh, wow, talk.
Wow, talk, buddy.
Wow.
You're lucky.
You guys like
With
it?
that in mind, can I just sort of shoot up above the tree canopy and just see what I can see on the horizon in the direction that we're heading?
So you hop out and take a look, and you can see that the land, spreads out. You're not, getting the cusp
Yeah.
of the world, but you can see the forest itself from where you're at probably carries as far as your eye can see, and without every time you can see it like cusp like the coast to the north. You can see far in the distance where that turnoff is. It heads north towards Boulder's Gate, where that kind of inlet is of the Sword Coast.
Okay.
You can see where it takes you up to north. But you can give me a perception check.
Okay. Looking for campfires, settlements,
General perception,
towns, towers, anything of note. 21.
So as you look around to the direction you're heading, you don't see.
Yeah, 21. Sorry.
You don't see much in the direction you're looking. You can see kind of to the south. You can see up on the cliffs, way out in the distance. You can see the cliffs that lead up to Candlekeep. Even though as far it is, you can just see it as just like a tiny little bing on a cliff. But you can tell it's like different towers, so they're different shapes and sizes. It's about as far as much as you can really see from your point of view. It's just mostly sea, forest, for as far as your eye can see, and then that turn off way over the forest, the inlet.
But that's going northeast.
That's going north. Yeah, if you're looking northeast, northeast, you can still see that whole
Yeah, I wanted to scan the area that we are heading towards, which should be east or northeast, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, so nothing really crazy.
Nothing really. I mean,
Okay.
it just looks like funk ass forest.
I'd say every half hour or so, I'd like to do that. Just go up and kind of scout up, and if Saskia wants to trade off with the broom, you can. I just figured it's a good opportunity to check it out.
Is Moonlight following us?
Moonlight is, yes, he's sticking close to you.
Okay.
He seems to be attached to you.
Yeah, he wants to.
And are we still with that other group, or did we part ways?
They're all.
Oh no,
with you
they're
guys.
following us.
Oh, okay.
We're all together.
I think
Okay.
they're coming with us to the city or something.
So if I can suggest a marching order as we go into the
Yeah.
woods,
Yeah,
You
why
up in
don't
front
guys give
checking.
me a marching
Sure.
order?
and then
So
I'll
who's
be
in
in
the
the
front?
second
I'd
pack.
say them in the middle.
Yeah.
you want them in the middle?
Don't
Yeah.
you think?
Yeah, I'll be in the back of the pack.
Okay.
How about? Can I walk in the middle of them? Like, since I'm a caster or whatever. Like,
Where's
Sure.
Kroll will
You're
be
Roll's
only
gonna go to
attacks will kill
very
everyone around
the
you.
that's
very
right. I'm gonna grab them, put them in front of me.
And then where do you want to be, Saskia?
I'll be towards the back just because I know that Moonlight
Yeah.
is probably gonna.
Perfect.
Probably trail behind them.
Yeah.
That's
So
a good. That's a
All right,
good.
so give me the
order.
marching order from front to back.
it's Klaatu,
Okay.
Yannick, and Greg, obviously.
Yeah.
Some of the refugees.
So refuse. Okay.
Refuse. Wow. Dude.
Yeah.
Trash.
And then Edwin.
They're from refuse countries.
They're
Those
refugee.
refuse whole countries.
And then Edwin, and then more refugees.
So Edwin, the refugees.
And
The
then
Fugees.
Saskia and Lobo, and then Barbarossa, and then Kroll.
The refuse is up here, and the Fugees are back there.
So Klaatu, Yannick, Refugees, Edwin, Refugees, Saskia, Barbarossa. I said Barb. I wrote Barbara on here.
Barbara.
Barbara.
Short for yeah.
Sorry, Barbara. And I
I'm gonna
spelled,
go with Barb.
and
Barbara.
I spelled Kroll in the old way. R-K-U-L.
Okay.
Urkel.
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 Again, we are Team Dicelexic.
We are.
Yeah.
Oh
Accurate.
my god.
Barbara. Urkel.
Barb.
All right.
Great name. How have we not done that before?
She died.
Barbara.
She dies, and he kind of looks like the thing that killed her.
That's,
Moonlight does.
A Demogorgon?
Yeah, except for the mouth.
Doppelganger.
Yeah. Just without the open.
She looks just
maw.
like the doppelganger.
That's it. It's taken over me. Oh, I'm like, damn.
You guys. I hear the garage opening.
Oh,
Their garage is
yeah,
right below
I can hear it.
the bedroom.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Let's go.
Marching. I imagine you're actually a ways
Yep.
ahead.
I will.
Yeah.
You guys make your way into this somewhat forest tunnel, I guess would be the best way, but this path.
And while we see this, can I interject real quick? I'm gonna insight check if it's natural
Insight?
or
Nature?
Insight
Give me
the
that.
forest.
I'm gonna insight the
Is it lying?
What's
to us?
this
Here's what we'll do.
intentions?
Here's what we'll do. You tell me what you want to do, and I'll tell you what roll to make.
Okay.
You tell me.
Can I persuade the forest?
Can I persuade?
Natural 20. It's
All right.
persuaded to
Roll.
go away.
I want
Persuade
you to
to
check
no.
if it's natural. If it's a natural arch.
I just see like these guys hiding behind trees just suddenly exposed.
Keela's talking to the grass.
So good.
You spending most of your life in the water and in a giant city, it's not often you see a forest. So more than anything, you're enamored with it,
Okay.
and your curiosity is more of, I wonder if this was made like this, or this is natural.
Look at the land kelp.
Whoa,
Land
this is cool.
Land kill.
How am I not swimming?
You're just hiking along like
So
this.
the
Doggy
sun,
paddle.
or the sun itself, kind of breaks through into. No,
No. Okay.
never mind. I shouldn't put mine.
'Cause-
Okay, here we go. So, as you travel through from the shore into like deeper into the woods for the next 10 minutes, the forest itself gets thicker. Like towards the coast, everything was kind of spread out, where as you get closer, everything seems to grow a lot closer together. There's a single path that the one you guys are leading as a very, very, very steady decline. Yeah, it'd be a decline. As you slowly are working your way down, you can see towards your destination towards the end of the path. As you know, when you're at a top-down angle, you tend to be able to see more overhead of everything. Go ahead.
Whenever we have a organized, whenever someone wants to stop for just a moment, I would like to use my primeval awareness.
Okay.
I'm in my favored terrain. It takes a minute. It says I can sense whether any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present within 6 miles.
Okay.
But at an established stopping point when someone wants to stop and drink or adjust their pack.
So you said about 20 minutes in you wanted to fly. You were gonna go fly,
and
right?
about every half hour I'll pop up and just scope the terrain.
So about 20 minutes in, you kind of look around and you're like, okay, how long it's 4 hours, right? Your boots last?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm that's 5 minutes at a time and down.
So you take off, and you're watching as you're heading up. You're watching the tops of the trees continually stay at the same height. As you're trying to fly up, it doesn't seem like you're reaching anywhere.
Oh, I'm not above the canopy?
And you look down, and it looks like you're maybe 300-400 feet above everybody else.
Oh.
But as you look up, the canopy still seems like where it was when you were standing on the ground.
Weird.
You guys are watching, and you're watching Klaatu go into the bush, to the overlapping trees, and kind of disappear out of sight.
Like out of sight, or
Yeah,
a
you
small
watch,
dot.
No, out of sight. You're watching because the thing is tunneled over.
Uh-huh.
Forest and stuff like forest. So she's kind of going through these bushes.
Okay.
To get up to the canopy. What you guys see is her kind of disappear. What she's seeing is a lot different.
Can I cast Detect Magic?
Yep. Oh, that's why I was waiting for a roll. You don't have to detect magic. Nope. You do detect quite a bit. It radiates strong where you're at.
And is it all around?
It feels like it's pulling from every direction. I think with detect magic, you can also detect what type of magic, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've used it, so I'm not sure. Faint aura around any visible creature or object in the area that bears magic, and you learn at School of Magic, if any.
That's the wrong...
Yes. It's only 30 feet around me, so...
30 feet. So within 30 feet around you,
And it does last 10 minutes. So wherever I go for 30 feet around me for 10 minutes. Yeah, I did.
You pick up traces of illusions.
Okay.
You pick up traces of some sort of transmutation.
Okay.
And that's really the big two that you pull from this.
When I go up, can I still see the sky and the sun?
No, it almost still looks like you're...
Oh.
To you, that top still looks like you're standing that same distance from when you were standing on the path.
Can I...
That you're not
dispel the illusion? No, I'm just kidding.
Take a shit? Oh.
Yeah.
We're just sitting down there.
Falls flops down on you guys.
On Yannick specifically.
So I don't have a clear view of the sky, is what you're saying. Okay.
It just looks like that same canopy.
What kind of monster do you think I am?
Fuck. Well. Okay. I'll fly back down and
Emotionally, yes.
tell people.
Okay, and you guys all sit where you're kind of looking up, waiting for you. You watch Klaatu as she comes down through the bushes.
This is there's a magical shroud in this wood.
What did you see up there? You disappeared for a moment.
I never.
Oh, actually,
went...
I'm not even near you, so never mind.
Well, okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, she's sort of crawling Sasuke and
She's
Barbara.
way back.
I would
Barbara.
definitely I'd communicate it to everybody at some point, but I never saw I never got above the canopy despite flying quite high.
Jonathan's like, oh, magic, you think?
Yeah, for sure. Seemed like illusion and some other alterations. I couldn't even get high enough to see the sky or the sun if we're heading the right direction.
And Jonathan kind of looks back to the other group of refugees and he says, Mary, do you feel anything? And you can see on the ground she's been doing the same thing. And she's like,
good.
Yes, very much. She doesn't have the same voice as Jonathan.
No, she does. Totally doesn't.
They have two different voices. Like, okay.
So I would maybe reinforce that we make sure we're going in a consistent direction and not like getting magically lost, to
Edwin,
people. I don't know how that would work.
Edwin, give me a perception check real quick while everybody's kind of gathered around having this conversation.
Oh, right. Sure. I'd definitely tell Edwin since he mentioned he's familiar with Candlekeep.
17.
17. Edwin, as everybody's kind of gathered around talking and you're kind of looking around, you take a look behind you in the direction you were going. You guys were headed down that path, and you remember that path just continuing on. And you kind of turn around and you look, and you notice now there's a small clearing right where you guys, before you entered, a small clearing with 3 separate paths in front of you.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, great.
There's one headed south, or you guys right, it's south.
Presumably
So
south?
one headed south, one headed west, and one headed east.
I think we all need to stop and
Assess the situation.
assess the situation.
I mean,
And I tell them what I see.
we came from the west, right?
We came from the west.
Right, so we don't need to go west. And
Well, you said it was south?
Candlekeep is to the south.
Yeah, we came from the west because we're heading southeast.
I don't think you meant west. Right?
So we came
You guys
from
came
the
from the
west.
southeast, so yeah, technically.
No.
We're
We
coming
came
from the
from
south,
the
or we're heading
west, the coast.
So you came from the west, but heading southeast.
No, heading. Why would we head southeast?
We're heading east.
No,
You
we're
said
heading
southeast
northeast.
was the cliffs.
Yeah, we don't want to go the closer.
South? It's
Oh,
just the
that's
cliffs.
right.
We're heading
Cliffs.
northeast
Okay.
towards
Okay,
Gornabel.
so then it would
Even in
be
D&D,
excuse
he's
me.
horrible at math.
north, east, west.
These are your maps.
Thank you.
Northeast, west.
North,
Left,
north path?
west.
Yes. Sorry.
It's north south.
That's how it works.
It's north south.
I had these written
Backward,
backwards.
dyslexically.
That's the
Our
name.
name is so perfect.
I mean,
Rolling natural O2s.
Does Krugen's compass work here?
Krugen says, oh, that's a good idea.
Oh,
Reaches in,
yeah. I hadn't thought of that, even though I
goes
have
down,
a
he
compass.
opens it, and it's just
Ah,
spinning in multiple directions. He's like, well, I'm assuming we're still heading east. He shows everybody.
Does anyone have any other ways of discerning direction?
Should have.
And I'll even ask a couple of the Jonathan or of the other people
Oh no.
I mean,
in a magical way, because we can't see the sky, can't see the sun.
no, but I'm pretty good with directions.
Yeah, well, I am too, but this is also a magically
You didn't want me to
cloaked
get that one
woods.
cantrip?
I feel like we could get easily turned around and be confident that we're not getting turned around.
The one that I could know ask you where north south was.
No,
This is the real
but this would have been perfect.
This is what.
Well, the city we're trying to get to is in which direction?
Northeast, which is also
6 in one, half dozen the other, yeah?
Huh?
6 in one, half dozen the other.
Yeah.
I mean, we can either go north or we can go east.
Anyone in the group?
And you see
Could
Jonathan
we cut
conferring with-
through the forest and go northeast? Like, there's no path, I realize. I'm just
No,
asking.
and I mean, you can try, but I mean, it's
It is a
like I said,
forest.
it's
a dense
dense.
forest.
Like all the trees are growing right next to each other.
Oh, okay.
Like
Fucking
it's not
Endor.
walled by any means. You could probably
Push through.
eventually like hack your way through over time, but it's dense. And he's like, I've conferred with Mary. She's just as lost as we are. She has nothing.
Yeah, fuck. Did I, by the way, did I sense any?
I can
Features.
use it now.
Well,
6 mile
sure.
radius.
6 mile radius and it only takes a minute.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Yes, since I made that.
Undead.
Yes.
Okay. I will relay that to the group because that does not make me happy.
Seems like
And the
fun.
minute you mention that, you watch Mary
Yeah.
Stormman pull out her staff
Oh,
and push it
yep.
around and starts to kind of glow at the top.
Oh,
She just kind of looks around.
you have a dead thing finder too, huh? Okay, everyone on their toes.
I prefer to go north. It's just restriction that's preferable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Programmed. Huh? What? What? Do you hear that?
So left.
I say north. I say left. I say we go
So
left.
no, north would be straight ahead.
I say we go straight.
Presumably,
You like north? I like north.
North remembers.
The north remembers which direction we came from. Okay, but still, everyone be on their toes. Because there's dead afoot.
Okay. You guys continue on north for about 20 minutes.
There's the whole bed's actually not just a foot, but
And you're working your way down that same steady
Maybe.
decline where you come to a small clearing. Very small clearing. There's 3 paths. One continuing north.
Is that another 3 sets of paths, or did we just come
Give me a
across that?
perception check.
It's like Return to Zork.
Yeah, motherfucking. Yeah, don't like it. Perception. 19.
You take a moment, you look around, and you look behind you down the path, and you see the path that you just came down just looks like it continues for miles.
And that's not.
You look
what
around, and it's not as far as
what it looked
You
like.
kind of look around, and you notice that some of the shapes of the trees and everything look just like the ones you were just in.
What if we drop something here?
Yep. I'm gonna stick an arrow in whatever path, like in the middle of the ground, and whatever path we go on next.
I think we should send one person north and see if they come up behind us.
Or if they don't come out at all.
And they're lost forever.
That's what I'm worried about.
Tie a rope.
Nah. What could happen? Dragon.
Do we still have? Wait.
So
kidding.
no, at this point,
Dude, almost ran.
the blessing of Zeptamoy would have worn off.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was looking at that.
So now you have the tiny little Zeptamoy.
Well, there goes my 15
Inside your
temporary hit
bag.
points.
Not everybody has blessing. Only one person at a time has blessing.
Gave it to me.
Who did?
Yeah, I have it.
You
too.
guys all have the item, but you're not
Oh.
all equipping it.
Okay.
Okay.
So only one
Only
person gets it at
only
any
one
time
person.
for 24 hours.
And I still working.
I work on it.
For
Okay.
some reason, it's taking people's armor class and dexterity down.
Oh shit.
So just for now, just know that you have it.
Okay.
I had
I
it.
was wondering why
Until
I
I
was
fix
like,
it. It's a
when's
huge
your
working for me.
jetpack?
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me see.
When I equip it, it makes everything bump.
Okay. Well, I'll figure it out later. Okay. So what do you guys
bump's
do?
mine too.
Thoughts?
See,
Oh,
I can
I'll
run
give you the minocoid.
street. And,
Okay.
Oh, this blur just in your face.
Okay.
see
15 temporary hit points.
Sure. I'll do it. I guess. I don't know.
it's another mushroom girl.
I mean, I can take it, but
Okay.
keep it with me.
I'll open my mouth.
Okay. She hands you the tiny little
Spatters all over you.
minocoid. And it goes, you. And explodes.
Thank you, Shake Weight.
That same thing, you see those,
Thank you, Shake Weight.
you see those mushrooms kind of start to grow
Oh
out
god, this
all
is so
over your
creepy.
body.
I forgot about that part. I don't like it.
The one I just drank?
Yeah.
The Brewcocky?
Yeah, that's what I just.
You got
I got a
mushroom
bukkake mushroom.
cocky. You got shroom cocky.
Do you hear the voice?
Do I hear the voice?
Take a moment. It's like standing in a room with somebody who's not talking. Like you know they're there. You can feel their presence. But no whispers, no sounds.
Just as a side note, it's not doing the initiative or the hit points.
That's why I said, remember the thing
Yeah,
is,
that's what I
it's
mean.
not,
Sure.
Maybe it's just on mobile.
D&D Beyond is being really weird.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean,
Is
the
it
app we use for our game.
yeah.
Okay. So, shall we just decide on a path as a group, or you want to send someone in?
Still a fan of running ahead and see if I come up behind you.
You want to?
But
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh god.
I'm gonna take off. And just go. I'm sick of walking at
Which
the
path?
speed of our slowest member.
Which path?
I'm gonna go straight again. I'm gonna go north.
You
I'll stick an arrow in the path just to mark it, just for the
take
hell of
off. You guys wait for about 5 minutes. 10 minutes. Still running. And as you come across this kind of little hill, You can look down and you can see the back of all your friends, everybody you were just in the party with. And you guys hear from
I'll just
behind.
run by everybody.
And I'll
run
just
to the
we'll
front
point to
again.
the middle lane.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, I'll go.
I'll move the arrow to that one.
Wait, that was the middle one.
Yeah.
Whatever
the other
another
one.
one.
So there's two other paths,
Let's
east
go
or
left.
west.
Left?
East.
East
East
or
or
west?
East.
Left or right?
East.
You guys have an
East.
east or west. You have a northeast or west.
East.
Presumably.
Go
East.
Yeah.
Go,
So
you're
go,
gonna keep going?
Yannick, go.
Yeah, I'll keep going.
I'll throw him a glass of water.
Let him drink.
I know.
Yannick, you take off.
Throw it to Greg.
Still running?
I'll
Yeah,
splash them.
still
and
run.
walk by.
Still running. The surrounding looks the same. Run, run, run. Keep going probably for about 15 minutes. And you come to a stop. You see two more paths splitting.
Oh, jeez.
It's north and south.
Yeah, north and south, yes.
Hey guys, it's been
Okay.
15 minutes. Do you think we should go the same direction he went?
I vote
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to take my heel and cut a big X in the middle of this path,
Okay.
and then I'm going to run back.
Okay. From right now, it's been about 30 minutes from you guys and nothing from Yannick.
Well,
They
we
started
started
moving
walking.
towards
Oh,
Yeah.
you guys are heading.
Yeah.
this way. Okay, you
Yeah.
guys see.
And I kept an arrow in the path that we're going in.
You see Yannick running towards you.
Okay. Hey! Whoa! Wait.
I've stopped.
Dragon?
It splits again,
Okay.
and it goes north and south.
Let's continue this process then.
Fantastic.
Okay.
So we all go.
So we'll go up to the path.
You guys got
Let
two
Yannick
paths now. north
let
and south.
Yannick pick one.
I vote now. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're fastest. Go ahead, north.
All right, north.
Okay.
You're just running?
He's got like a random maze generator. On.
So you start taking off again. Just you? Are you guys slowly following
No.
or just waiting?
We're waiting.
We'll wait for 15 minutes or so, just kind of like the last time when he didn't appear after a while.
So Yannick, you're running for probably about 10 minutes at this point. And then you carry down this path. When you start to get closer, you can start to see a small clearing in the distance.
I'll stop before I get there.
Okay, how far out are you stopping?
Far enough that I can start walking up and be a little bit stealthier than my pounding footsteps.
Are you gonna try to move silent?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll try to move silent.
Roll, what do you roll for that?
Yeah, is it?
Stealth, sorry.
Okay.
3.5, man, for everyone on.
I'm stealthy as hell.
Are you?
I got a 4.
Oh.
Oh.
So you like you just gotta slow down your loudness.
You like say out loud. Yeah, I'm stealthy.
Yeah.
So quiet.
Sneaking.
So as you're walking down to this clearing,
Hi, I'm Yannick. I'm stealthy.
you can see this clearing opens up into a wide, like field. It seems to kind of still be encumbrance.
Encumbrance?
What's the word I'm looking for? Like encased.
Enclosed.
Yeah.
Enclosed. Thank you. Encumbrance.
Encumbrance.
By this
Is it
fantastic
over
force.
encumbrance?
It's over encumbered.
As you
You
get
can't fast
closer, you watch from each side of the path before the clearing opens up. These two little blue orbs pop out.
Arcane blues?
Would
And they're just kind of just floating in the middle of this path.
Greg know what those are?
Hey, listen.
Have Greg give me have Greg give me a history check.
That's immediately what I'm thinking. Naughty, yeah.
19.
No idea.
No idea? Okay.
15 minutes is when we go in after him, by the way.
Okay, so about this point. would be-
Yeah.
Fine. Just I don't know how long he's been gone.
Yeah, we're gonna walk up to them. Oh, hi there, I'm Yannick, this is Greg.
And they take off into the clearing.
That's fucking rude. Alright, and I'll turn around, I'll mark another big X on the ground with my heel. And then sprint back.
Were you at the split, or did you proceed down one?
He went down. He proceeded.
Okay. I just don't
and I
remember.
came to a meadow, so I'll...
No, I know.
Because yeah, you guys follow him, and then you follow him, waited at that split, and then followed him
Yep.
down as he's
Yeah.
come back. And you guys meet up about 5 minutes.
Okay. Okay.
There's a couple of. Well, there's a meadow about 5 minutes that for you guys, about 10
Minnow?
minutes.
A fish?
No,
a
a
minnow?
meadow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Fish.
It's about for you guys about 10 minutes down the path, and there were a couple of blue glowing orbs, and they didn't seem very friendly.
Might I be familiar
said,
with blue glowing orb living creatures?
Or any of us.
You two.
I introduced myself, and they fucked right off. So
All the way off?
all the way off, yeah.
Way off.
They were fucking each other off.
History check, both of you guys. History. Ooh, I feel like that makes the most sense.
Natural.
You got a natural 20?
No, 22.
Let's say you'd have advantage technically.
I would?
Yeah.
Okay. 22.
That's pretty good. So first and foremost, as you're getting closer, and how long? It lasted 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, okay. So, it sounds like things you've read about, especially being undead being your favorite enemy. You've read a lot of lore on these tiny, tiny little creatures, almost like the remains of a soul. They tend to hang around.
Are they edible?
Hang around graveyards and things like that. When he's explaining to you, it sounds like some lore you've read about something like that, but
cannibalism.
there's no name you ever.
No name, nothing I've ever. Okay. And I don't know anything else about him.
No.
Okay. All right. Well, as always. I will ask Mary.
Mary kind of walks up to you. She's like, I heard something about the orbs.
Yeah,
About
blue
orbs."
glowing orb creatures, potentially souls of something. I've only heard stories. I'm not entirely sure.
Will-o-wisps.
Will-o-wisp.
Hey.
Sounds like will-o-wisps. We'd be
Are they
very careful.
are they
Wow.
dangerous and inclined towards hurting trespassers?
It.
I've never encountered a will-o-wisp. I've had people who've disappeared tracking will-o-wisps.
Hmm.
It seems dangerous. But then again, every path we've followed has seemed dangerous. And at this point, her son kind of runs up under her like, cloak, and she's like, "Shh, it's okay."
I could always keep running down the eastern path and see where that takes us.
Yeah, the one back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just don't
I was
know if-
kind of thinking.
Him running alone is such a good idea.
I'll be
Well, we
fine.
seem to. We're going
He's a
after
big
him.
boy.
Well, the fact that you ran into some orbs and you introduced yourself to them.
I mean, they seemed friendly enough at the time. They weren't attacking me.
They probably wouldn't announce their intentions to attack.
Well, I mean, they didn't move towards me in an aggressive manner. They just kind of floated and buzzed.
Yeah.
I know. Greg taught me to be polite, so.
Greg, did you teach him to be cautious too?
Greg looks and goes,
Yeah. Okay.
Do you want to go back down the other path?
I don't. Yeah. Yeah. Let's
Okay.
do that. Let's let Yannick go scout the other path just to see.
So I'll follow them back.
Should be a little
I
bit
won't run
thorough.
up without them until they get back to
Yeah.
the crossroads
Okay,
where
so you guys are making
where she
your
stuck
way
the
back.
arrow.
Yep. Backtrack a little bit just to see what's.
Where she stuck the arrow.
Yeah.
And then
So
once,
you'll go on
once
the
you
other
guys,
path
then I'll
that's
go
not the arrow,
east.
Yeah, east, right? No, west,
South.
south. Yep.
No,
Yep.
east.
That.
Because we went north.
South.
Well, it doesn't continue east. It's either north or south.
The other path.
Yeah,
It stopped and
It's a
branched off
T?
to a Y.
The other
That's
path.
T.
There were
Oh.
only two
That was
paths.
Y, so it'd be technically like.
There was a
South.
third one
Yeah.
we never went on when there were three paths, and
Um,
then it split. You seemed to hit the. Yep, the other one.
Yeah,
This is a
Okay.
north-south one.
So you guys make your way
Well-
back for about 15 minutes, and you come up that path back.
Sorry, I had misunderstood. I would never have suggested that otherwise, because we have no intention of going in a southern direction. We're trying to go north.
Oh, the other path splits south?
Well, at
Yeah.
the same
It's
time,
southeast.
well, at the same
but it's
time,
kind of the
it's-
opposite direction.
It's also an
it's also
illusion.
presumable because we don't have a compass.
Yeah, and it's also an illusion, so it might not actually be
South
heading in
might
that
actually be
direction.
north.
Let's just give it a go and
All right, I'll head down there. I'm only going to go 10 minutes down.
Yeah,
and then
that's fine.
if I don't find anything, I'll run back.
So you're going down the other path now, right?
Southeast.
Yep.
Okay. So you start heading down that path. You run for about 10 minutes, and you come to a familiar-looking clearing that has 3 different paths.
Cool. Well,
It's the same clearing I saw before.
The very first clearance.
Oh, the very first
You can
clearing.
see her arrows in those 2 paths.
just one, the correct one we went down.
Yeah, she moved.
I
it.
moved it.
Oh,
I
that's
moved
right.
it to the
I
one
like
we
the
went
second one.
that was
Okay.
correct.
How similar to the why I just left does it look?
It has one extra path.
It has an extra path.
And
Oh, it's
narrow.
3 paths.
It's 3 paths.
It's the
and then an
first
arrow.
one.
All right.
Yeah.
So then I'll just keep running down that path then, and come up behind them.
So you're going back down that same path?
Yeah, the one
Or you
that the
turning
arrow
around?
marked.
Oh, you're going back down that path.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the same one.
Continuing down the path of the
It'll be
arrow.
another 10 minutes. I'll be right behind them
And
again.
then
Yeah,
Yannick follows
we're
the same path
following
and
you.
comes up behind you guys.
All right. Good to know.
Yeah, it's
So-
the same one back
I'll stick
there.
the arrow in the path that he went the first time, and we'll head back that way.
Okay. So you guys are heading back down to where he went, to where you saw the glowing things?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So you guys carry down the path a bit more. You all come,
Gingerly.
gingerly. You all come to that same opening where you can see it starts to open up. In the
Is their priestess or paladin, whatever she is, cleric? Is her staff still glowing?
Thank you.
No, she had essentially lit it up to cast
No,
what the primordial
Oh, okay.
or detect. I'm sorry, detect good and evil. Same thing.
Yeah.
Same way. So not at this point. It's not glowing.
Okay.
She's not using it as like a
Right.
tuning fork.
A radar finder.
Right.
Yeah.
Spooning fork.
Okay.
Spooning
So you guys eventually come into a large clearing that is surrounded by that same dense forest that kind of domes over. In the middle of the clearing, there's a small pond, about a 10-foot wide pond, with small, tiny, I'm not 10 foot wide, I'm sorry, it's a pretty big pond with a small, 10-foot little almost island in the middle of this pond, with 2 stone hands reaching out of this tiny little island, holding something in its hand.
How far into the middle of the pond is it?
I'd say maybe 25 feet.
25?
It kind of surrounds.
Can I do a perception check on the water and make sure it's like from water I'm familiar with, or is it just like illusionary?
It's water you're familiar. Are you going near
Does
the
it
water?
look like water?
There we go.
Does it look like water, like to me?
Yeah, I'll show you.
Oh God, okay.
Someone want to take a picture and send it to people. You guys are coming from over here.
I can actually see it pretty well from here.
Can you really?
Yeah?
You zoom in.
Yeah.
Science, bitch!
What?
Miracles of
Science,
technology.
huh?
We don't need that right now.
Well,
Since he's
we're
gonna go
back
up and-
to work.
No, I'm not going on that. Yeah, I'm not.
We want to put us in
No,
the
you
order
guys
that
are fine if that's
okay.
how you guys want to be. Okay, so in the give me a perception check on the water. So what are you doing? Are you
I'm just gonna like put my hand over it, not necessarily touch it,
okay?
but just how it moves. Is it water? Is it
Okay.
more viscous in the
Okay.
water? Just viscosity. I'm looking at anything. Clarity, viscosity,
Biscuits.
biscuits, viscosity.
Give me a biscuit.
What is that? 16
No.
or 19?
I think that's 19.
Okay. You said perception,
Yeah,
right?
that's 19.
17.
Okay.
Wow.
Damn it,
His
Grog.
ability checks
I rolled a
are
19. What'd you get?
fucking
17.
useless.
Don't perception anything.
Or survival checks or anything.
As you get closer to this water, you kind of see your reflection in there, and it's clear.
Who is that? Sorry.
Who's that lady?
No, sing
Who is that girl
Mulan.
I Oh gosh. No, he's singing Bulan.
Bulan. I mean, yeah,
Bulan
Bulan.
from the Disney movie.
Really quick question of clarification.
Yeah.
Each of those squares is 10 feet.
Yes.
Okay.
So I didn't have the thing in front of me, sorry. So the water's only like 10 feet out to that tiny little thing, the pond that wraps around it.
So wait, I'm confused also. If we went to the north, wouldn't the north be that way?
I forgot to wash that off. Nobody pay attention to the thing. I forgot to wash it. Will you cover it with that piece of paper?
Sorry.
I forgot to do something. So as you move closer to the pond itself, you kind of look down, you look at your reflection, you're kind of trying to take in the water. You're doing the fucking water. It's natural. Feels like a natural spring water almost. As you're looking down, you start to watch coming from the bottom of the water a white face
Ah!
slowly pushing up towards the surface.
Oh fuck!
And it almost looks like it's like in line with your reflection.
I back up as soon as I see it.
You back up.
I let them know what I just saw.
Who's in the back? Kroll, Edwin, and Saskia.
Yep.
So as you guys are standing there, you hear. And as you look behind you, you can see these glowing little balls
Spelling out the word run.
floating behind you guys. Yannick and Barbarossa being closest.
I was up front with them.
So you're kind of watching.
Yeah.
You're watching Barbarossa kind of back up from this thing.
No, I back up quickly.
Yeah, you back up.
I'm sure.
As you watch it back up, you see out of the water this ghostly, translucent face.
Just a face?
Pulls up, and
Just the head.
slowly the body starts to rise.
With the face, or is it separate?
Whole body.
Double checking, man. I mean, anything could happen here.
Yes.
It's of an elven female, and her face, like a lot of her hair's hanging in front of her face. Her face looks like it's twisted, like the eyes and the looks like someone had taken like a clay
Bent neck
face
lady.
and like very bent neck lady. She's just like
Sweet.
crooked, horrid looking.
The D&D version of the ring.
And she's almost translucent, like you can almost see through her as she stands up and looks at you guys.
What in the name of Sam Hill?
Just wait.
She opens her mouth, and you just watch water pour out of her nose.
I'm gonna step in front of
I
Barbarossa.
stop the water coming out of her nose, if I can.
You can try.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
As you do it, the water just stops moving, but it's almost like it's floating inside her. She kind of passes through it. The water stays in place.
Oh fuck.
Is the statue of a man?
No, it's just two hands.
Oh, just two hands.
Those being closer, notice now that it's holding a sword. A very big sword. And as...
Mary. I'm calling for Mary.
I'm going to push Barbarossa out of the way.
Okay.
And I'm going to do a patient defense in front of it.
Yes.
Well,
And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ooh.
Damn. Okay.
Perfect.
Fuck you.
You want to be first.
Natural one.
What? This is not 20. That's fucking one. This is 20. Yeah, because he's turning.
That's all.
It is. He actually got a 20 on an initiative when it's not that
I'm
important.
gonna be the first to die.
What's your bonus?
+4.
Okay. What'd you get?
20. Natural 20s will technically 24.
Oh, nice.
Hold on, I gotta get these up. I wasn't ready.
Oh, me too. No, because I have the +2 on the initiative for the fucking motherfucker.
Oh yeah, because
For the fucking motherfucker.
For the mushroom sperm.
For the motherfucker.
From the mushroom sperm?
Yeah. It's all in my face. Huh?
Do you want to go first then?
No.
Alright, I'll go
One
first.
face, mouth.
Am I missing anybody?
Yeah, 20.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Bad guys.
No, I
But
don't.
Okay. Okay. Alright. Yeah, I figured.
Trumpet sound.
Do-do-do-do.
Oh fuck. This is not gonna be as easy as we expect.
I don't know.
Oh, and look at the browsers behind us.
I like the fact that
Oh. While he's doing that, Amy, she's working and it's AVN week. This will tie in, not the way you think. It's
No,
AVN.
I love that transition though.
Yeah.
Segue. Beautiful.
No, but last year she sent me
Speaking
this.
of browsers.
She sent me the list of all of the nominated films
Oh gosh.
for AVN. You want to hear some of the
Yes,
titles?
please.
Oh my God,
Yes, you
titles,
do.
yes.
International House of Cream Pies. These are real. I got fucked by my probation officer. Pint
Is that the
size.
name of the movie?
That's
or
the name of the
are you
movie.
just telling us.
Yes.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Pint-sized cock pocket. Sextraterrestrials from planet ass. Suck my ass and say nacho.
What?
There's something about her asshole. Toys F us. That's pretty funny.
Okay. So,
that's
I
so many
need
more.
initial
Trannies,
orders.
grannies, dicks, and fannies.
Oh my God.
I didn't even get to that one.
Trannies, grannies, dicks, and fannies.
All right. Give me initiative order.
Wait.
I'll first.
So it's Barbarossa, and then Klaatu, and then Saskia, and then me.
Wait. So Klaatu.
Where's Greg?
Oh, Big Mother.
Saskia.
Wisp. It's Will Wheaton's Wisp.
And Yannick, and then I need.
Kroll.
Kroll was. Hold on, I didn't roll for Kroll.
Roll for
Are
Kroll.
you-
I pre-rolled theirs.
Jaegering?
Kroll's.
Are you crawling?
Banshee would have been. Well, I need to see where they're.
Oh,
at
Banshee.
to know that.
Oh. Wiz Khalifa?
Edwin, what'd you get?
Edwin's gone.
Oh God.
We lost Edwin and Saskia.
Hers was 15. Mine was 5.
Oh, wow. You will be not
Oh, you're
first.
5?
Yeah.
You're good. You got that defense.
Yeah, Banshee.
That's what I did pay.
All right, we're just gonna do this for now until they get back, because we're just gonna get started.
That's fine. I don't think Edwin got any higher than.
It's getting late.
Probably
so we got
the
about an hour,
20s.
so
Yeah.
Everybody good for an hour?
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I'm off tomorrow.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh.
No, we lost an Edwin. Edwin, what'd you get?
Edwin.
Edwin!
Damn it, Edwin!
Edwin!
Come on, old win.
Come on, Edwin.
What'd you get?
I have an old bladder. Hang on. I got a 4.
Oh, shit! You're not last.
Hey! I got
That's your
5.
total
so-
initiative? That's fine.
Yeah, I have no.
You're going to assess the situation.
Situation.
All right, so give me Barbarossa. You are first.
All right.
Directly ahead of you is this ghastly, twisted, horrific visage
And
of
I've
this elven woman.
already noticed that the water passed through her.
Yep.
Uh,
I need a Jaeger.
Oh, fucking bullseye. Alright, I'm gonna try. Ah, shit. I'm gonna have to use. Yannick, are you like right there?
I'm right in front of her.
Right in front of her? Alright, I'm gonna.
Well, how close is she? I walked in front of Barbarossa when he stepped away. So how close am I to the Banshee?
You're maybe 5 feet away from it.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm gonna throw my sword at her.
Okay.
Go for an attack.
Go ahead.
Nice. Jeez, you can roll pretty good tonight, homie.
Yeah. Make up for it somehow.
24.
Hang on.
With the rate, yeah, 24. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
Sweet. Ah, yeah, God, that's what I thought. That's what I figured. I don't like it.
No, yeah, you're okay. You're okay.
It's a hit.
Yeah, so go ahead and make your attack.
Okay. Oh God. 7 points of damage.
7. So
Oh
7
my
has
God.
to be 3. So as your blade goes into her, it almost pierces through like John. You can see she barely moves. The thing just
Oh, shit.
the blade dances right through her.
All right. I use my second attack. Oh fuck. Yeah, I'll use my second attack
Okay.
with the sword again.
Okay.
See if I can hit.
See if you can just come back with the
Yeah,
sword
come
from
with the
behind her.
sword
Yep, go ahead and make your attack.
Oh, what is it? Oh, 18 plus 8. Nice.
Hits.
10.
Okay, so I have the 5. As your blade just passes through again. She kind of nudges with it.
Yeah.
She floats in front of Yannick. Where's your blade? Is your blade out there? Oh, it's right there.
And for my bonus action, I'll use. Yeah, I'll use Commanding Strike on Yannick.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Good one.
No, I just give one attack, correct?
Attack.
Just one attack.
Simple melee attack.
And you add 1d10, was it? Yeah, 1d10 to
Damage, right?
to damage. So it's a yeah.
18.
18 hits.
Well, it's got 1d10s. Here we go. Add that to damage.
12. 16.
So, okay.
16 points.
16. Okay, and you swing into her, and your hand almost feels like it's punching through like a thicker, like slowly carries through her as you pull back, and she just still kind of floats in space in that general area in front of you. Not really doing much. Is that gonna be turn by Barossa?
Phased. That's right. Yes.
Okay,
That'll be my turn. Yeah,
so
that'll be my
next is going to be the Will-O-Wisp.
turn. No.
Yep.
Oh.
Yes.
I thought
They rolled high.
you rolled the same thing as me.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
He rolled these.
Does that matter? We
Oh,
rolled-
you rolled the same?
We did.
Exactly.
Oh, then yes. Then yes. that's
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Sorry, I misheard you.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
You're up.
Okay, in that case, as I see her, I'm gonna. Would I see the wisps appear behind us?
From where you can use your action and your perception.
I'm not gonna use my action to look around.
No, this is all
Okay.
happening right
Okay.
away. So all you saw is her pull up,
Right.
and then them start to back up, and then they go right into the attack.
Is this edge of the woods?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna back up over here,
Okay.
and I'm just gonna take 2 shots at her.
Okay.
And I don't.
No.
Do I have advantage?
Yeah, I'm in melee with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but no, that's sneak attack. I don't just get advantage
You
from
get
that, right?
advantage because I'm in melee with her, which gives you sneak attack damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm still like figuring that out. Okay.
That's the best thing about rogues.
Yeah. 32.
They are
Did you
DW.
see if you hit first?
That's my.
Oh, that's your hit. Oh, yeah. Yes, that very much hits. I thought that was your damage. I was like, you might want to see if you hit first.
Hunter's mark.
Yeah.
No. You can make me do it next time. That's fine.
Yeah, you do it next time.
I put it in there. That's fine.
You knew next time you didn't call it.
Well,
I love you.
which dice should I take out? My lowest one? I'll just do this. I'll do
Yeah,
this.
because you don't know where they are.
I know. No, I mean. Okay, I took out a 3. They're all like 3s and 2s.
You're okay.
Okay, so that would
One
be
6 that he left in.
No, there's no 6s, sadly.
I'm just kidding. Are we interested?
20,
Somehow made it through.
26
Okay.
on my first hit.
So 26 halved would be 10, 20, 13.
Okay.
There's your arrow.
Yep.
Shoot her and you watch it do that same kind of motion. It slows down and then keeps going.
And then Hunter's mark.
Okay.
And then I will take my
You
second
got your
shot.
hunter's mark, little guy over there?
Oh no, I don't. I don't know what happened to it last time.
Bottle cap.
Nope.
Yeah, he's got it.
Nope.
That's not good.
Whatever it works.
Fuck, that sucks in this. Oh, 18.
18 hits.
Oh, cool. Like, that's not very good at all. 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15.
So 15 halves would be 7 points. Okay.
And then, just to reiterate, I did, before that started, I yelled out for Mary.
Yeah, I heard you.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure that Mary heard it.
I heard you.
I could, I didn't issue any other commands, but that's it.
No.
It's on your hands for
Whoa,
sure. Yeah.
So that
turning
was-
into the Hulk.
Clean
Yeah.
these.
That's it. That's I'm just backing up against you know.
Okay, so now is the wisp one that is nearest Edwin.
This one.
Yep, it is going to. So it is just. Actually.
Okay, so what
So the Will-O-Wisp.
Only if we had a cleric.
we do. She's probably better.
The Will-O-Wisp.
Even at level 1.
It's true.
You watch this Will-O-Wisp disappear.
Oh, no.
And that is going to be its turn.
Does he get an attack of opportunity as it vanishes?
Who?
Edwin.
Oldwin.
No, Edwin's 10 feet away from it.
What
Edwin's
happened?
Right there. Edwin's on the edge over there.
Oh.
I didn't
Yeah.
see anything.
My Lanta, it disappeared.
That one shoop, 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 just fades out. Saskia, you're up.
This whipper.
Okay.
You
I
fucking
would
are,
like to cast
Mr. Chairman, happy again.
right? Get
Sacred
off my
Flame.
lawn.
Okay.
And I wanted to descend on the Will-O-Wisp,
Which on the one right behind you?
the only one I can see.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going to cast. So you have to make an attack. I forgot how Sacred Flame works. I don't remember.
The flame-like radiance descends on a creature that you can see within range. The target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw or take 1d8 radiant damage.
So it has
Cool.
to be a dexterity saving throw. If I just knew how my dice work, that'd be cool. Holy shit. So 12. What's against your spell save DC?
$16.
Okay. Yeah, so go and do your damage. And you said the flame drops around it, right? Does it stay? Oh. Yeah, okay.
It's instantaneous.
Okay, so this flame drops around this tiny little floating orb and slowly starts to spark out. Go ahead and do your damage.
What'd you do? Produce flame?
Sacred
Or
Flame.
sacred
Sacred
flame?
flame.
Oh, that's
Radiant.
cleric. Already our cleric is better than our previous.
It's never going to stop.
17.
17. Nice. So for radiant damage, right?
Fuck yeah.
And my
Oh, no,
flame still would be the best moment forever. This is the
Oh,
one
yeah.
I couldn't see.
Yeah?
No.
Okay.
And then as a bonus, I'd like to cast my spirit totem.
Okay.
We'll go ahead and do bear.
Will you...
Ooh, bear totem. What's that one do?
What's the radius in the bear again?
Will you use that to draw her?
60 feet.
Around what?
No, 30 feet radius.
Around where?
Around where?
We'll do here.
30-foot radius. Whoa. Really? Right here? What
No.
we said? Here?
Uh-huh.
Damn. Here.
You can draw them.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
go ahead. Go ahead. Just
Okay.
continue. I'll do it.
Go ahead, Kev. So that's going to be... And
Well,
what does it
doesn't
do
matter.
for you?
Doesn't matter. Oh, yeah.
Bear. Oh, it actually tells me. Look at this. This bear spirit grants you and your allies its might and endurance. Each creature of your choice within the area. When the spirit appears, gains temporary hit points equal to 5 plus my druid level. In addition, you and your allies gain advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws while in the aura.
Wow.
So everybody
Awesome.
gains temporary 15 hit points.
Looks like everybody got it.
Woot.
You have temporary 30, right?
Oh, that's right, I do. Yeah. I just don't need that. I don't get hit that much.
Yeah.
This guy needs
Is that gonna be your turn, Saskia?
Yes.
But you can take it more. What's your... You have over 100, don't you?
Nope.
Next up
So you need it.
is the Banshee, and I need.
Oh no. I don't know.
No, magical doesn't work on me.
Right. Drawback.
If I can consume it,
I'll throw a wrench at you.
yeah.
Does that work?
I need
Pick up a wrench on the ground or a slice of pizza?
Yannick and
Right,
Barbarossa.
tightening.
Oh, shit.
I need you to make wisdom saving throws.
Wisdom? Oh, damn.
As this isn't an
Damn it.
action, this is her starting her turn.
I am screwed.
Me too.
Yeah, both of you.
You know what?
Damn it, Emerson! How do you do that? For the 3?
9.
3. Okay. As she
Technically
just
5.
stares at you and opens her mouth, more of that water starts to pour out, and she lets out this loud, you watch as her face keeps twisting in that same direction, and then for the next minute, we were both frightened.
Nelly,
of her.
it's okay. Go to the red room.
Go to the red room. And then, for her action,
Oh, damn.
she is going to.
He is
I don't think so.
Kill herself.
Yeah.
She's dead.
She is going to move 5, 10, 15,
Uh-oh.
20, 25,
Uh-oh.
30,
Uh-oh.
35, 40.
What?
What?
No, I'm sorry, right here.
40?
No, right here.
40.
No, back in the middle. Oh, yeah, because she moves diagonally. Yep, 40.
Wait.
That's
Oh,
right,
it's
right?
It's fine.
I don't know.
5, 10,
Can't go through 'em.
15, 20,
Or can you?
25,
30, 35, yeah.
35.
And then she is going to attempt.
Oh, no.
She lets out this loud wail. Rah! Just like you did. Rah!
Oh shit. Okay.
And I need.
Ah, fuck, we're all screwed.
I need Kroll, Edwin, Saskia, and Lobo. I need you to all make Constitution saving throws.
Wait, what about us?
Nope, not you guys. Wait, are you within? Hold on. There's no under 30 feet or they can
Yeah.
hear it. Everybody except for Yannick and.
Yeah, they can hear it.
Nope, don't worry about it. Everybody but Yannick and Klaatu. I need to make Constitution saving throws.
Yikes.
Okay.
Oh, Constitution. I looked at that.
Yeah.
Natural 20.
Huzzahs.
Natural
Good.
18?
Both of you deserve that.
Yeah.
You guys don't usually get that.
No.
Yeah.
What'd you get?
What'd you get?
Lobo got 3.
Okay.
And actually, I don't even know if Lobo has a
Lobo's
Constitution.
Yeah, he does. He should be in.
Oh shit, let me
If he
check that. But
doesn't,
anyways,
then
hold
he's
on.
just rubber.
I got 15
Jello.
myself. Hold on.
Constitution 0. I'm yellow.
Oh,
He's a stuffed
Three.
animal.
You got 3. What'd you get?
15.
Okay. So, as you guys hear this, the inside of your eardrums start to rupture. For a moment, you kind of start to fall down. You kind of catch on your breath, all of you. Yannick, nothing. You're just wondering why everybody's freaking out. It's like a very dog whistle. You can
I heard it.
hear
I'm like,
it, but yeah, it's like, ah! Everybody survives this except for Lobo, who you watch just stiffen up and fall, and his eyes roll on the back of his head, and Lobo's tongue drop out of the side of his
Oh
mouth.
my god.
He's dead.
Lobo just got dropped to 0 hit points.
Oh, my
shit.
god.
What? What is this?
Yep. Hold on.
Holy shit.
On a success. Oh, I'm sorry. Everybody else besides you and you.
Oh no.
Oh no.
take 8 points of psychic damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's not bad. Yeah.
Wait.
I heard him
Who
rolling.
does?
Everyone who succeeded.
Everyone who succeeded.
But
So-
I got that 20.
So I have thought.
Who succeeded.
I have thought shield, so I'm
Okay.
resistant to psychic damage. So is that 4?
Hell
Okay,
yeah.
so that would be 4.
Nice.
You're
So
resistant, not immune, right?
Correct.
from 70 hit points to 0?
I said Lobo.
I know.
Lobo does not have 70 hit points. That says 55.
Plus 10, 15.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, he's 0.
Wow. God damn. It's a big hit.
And that is going to be the Banshee's turn.
Fuck you, Banshee.
Can I cast Hellish Rebuke on it?
And then how much damage do I take?
As a reaction,
Yes.
you as long as you're in the range, you took 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points of damage.
Yeah, he's
of
back
psychic damage. And that would take off your temporary.
What's your range on that?
60 feet.
Hell yeah, you got that.
8 would take away my
So
No, it'd could come off of your temporary.
Oh.
she needs to make a dex save.
Okay.
What did you give us? Strength save. Right.
12?
Bear.
Yeah.
15.
15, okay.
Hell yeah.
So
kind of
3d10.
What
Hell
type of
yeah.
It'll be fire.
Okay.
Fire.
So let me-
As you kind of take a moment, you shake off and you watch on the other side of this bush. Lobo fall to the ground. Your interactions, you throw these purple flames.
Oh,
Frames.
from frames.
24.
Okay, so half would be
12.
12 points of damage, okay? As the flames hit her and they kind of dance off of this like incorporeal form, for a moment you notice it burns her, she kind of starts to shake off and pat down. The explosion is as big as you would hope it would be, but it did some damage to her.
Huh.
Alright, next is going to be the Will-O-Wisp 2's turn. Let's see. The Will-O-Wisp is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20. It's going to take attacks of opportunity from Saskia and a curl.
Fuck yeah.
Curl got a natural 20.
Hell yeah, you did.
Good job, Kroll.
Nice.
Okay,
Good
Kroll.
job, Kroll.
You do, what do you do?
You fucking bathroom renovator, you.
12, 5.
Just to clarify, everyone on the screen, that's an inside joke.
Yeah. Doesn't he have like a
Well, it's just a
something?
normal attack because he's using the bitter.
Oh right, yeah.
So it's
I thought he had something with
1d12 plus 5.
I still need you.
So he's 7.
And doubled.
I still vote for that.
Yeah, hold on. He's also got some other damage.
Fuck. Fuck yeah. You're gonna fucking.
Chill out.
Dude,
So,
I just imagine that wisp
16,
going and he's like
17,
T-ball.
18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27. But that is half, so 6, 5, 4,
Just make it regular because he doubles it.
4. So it'd be 24 points of damage.
Jesus.
Nice.
This thing.
That's
Saskia,
cool.
Did you make
As a
your-
free hit.
7.
That was your attack
Uh-huh.
to hit?
Yes.
Was it 7? Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was
Kroll
7 ain't hitting anything. You're
So that
hitting a
missed.
tree.
Alright. So I need. So as he swings through this thing, as it tries to like dodge out of the way of the bitter horn, this axe, this tiny little thing tries to zip around. And as it comes down, Kroll's quick enough to actually turn his blade flat long enough to smack into this thing. And this thing
Literally
hits the ground
Literally
and bounces up just as Saskia swings and barely misses it.
Oh man.
And as it pulls next to Lobo, it's going to attempt to consume Lobo's life.
Oh.
Whoa.
As a bonus action, the Willows can target one creature it can see within 5 feet of it that has 0 hit points and is still
no.
alive.
Oh,
The target
no.
must succeed on a Constitution saving throw.
Oh no. Lobo.
Lobo's
So
gonna
give
die.
me a Constitution saving throw for Lobo.
Yeah. It's like that scene.
2.
Oh no.
Oh.
Does that, do I add anything to that, or no?
Plus his
That's just
Constitution
Plus his
modifier.
Constitution modifier. Do you have any Constitution modifiers?
That's not
Yeah.
enough.
+2.
4.
So total of 4.
Oh
So
no.
first off,
Let's see from why the last man.
the wisp regains
Oh no.
10 hit points.
Oh man. That's all bad.
As Lobo fails automatically his first death saving throw.
Oh shit.
Oh wait, let's see. Does it automatically kill him?
I think it
die if the
auto
target
kills him.
dies.
Oh no.
He has no death saving throws. He's dead now.
So this thing reaches over right on top of Lobo. Just you watch it pull out the essence of Lobo's body, slightly lifts off the ground and plops
Oh,
onto the ground
fuck.
again as this thing grows a little bigger.
Oh god, this is a bad combo.
And starts glowing. That is going to be that thing's turn. Yannick.
Awesome. I'm
Oh, it's a
gonna.
W2. It's like, what's a WZ?
The wizard. The wizard.
Wizard.
The wizard.
Space wizard.
I'm gonna turn around and I'm going to punch it. The banshee.
Okay.
A lot.
You should have its butthole.
So we're gonna do this. Okay. 24 to hit.
24 hits.
10 to hit.
10 hits. Oh no, I'm sorry. 10 misses.
10 misses.
10 misses.
Okay. And then 24 and 12.
12 just hits.
Oh,
12
shit.
just hits. Okay, so
12
3
just
hits.
Good
So
to know. Sharpshooter.
sorry, I have to remember this. All right, so the first one's doing fire damage.
Okay.
Um,
So do your bludgeoning,
7, 8, 9,
then add your fire.
12?
10, 12, 13. All right. Yep. 13 for the first hit.
Okay.
And then and then for the second hit is actually I'm just gonna do that. It's going to be 8.
Okay.
And she needs to make a sorry, I'm still getting used to my new stuff. A
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Get
I
on with
cannot
it.
find.
Boo!
Get on with it. Not for something
Jesus.
Where the hell is it?
I saw that. Nice.
Wisdom saving throw. Sorry. I thought that's what it was. Just want to be sure.
9.
Mark.
Excellent. She is paralyzed for a minute.
Okay, she is immune.
To being paralyzed?
Oh, I'm sorry, hold on. Yep, she's immune to being paralyzed.
She's
Great.
kind of a
But
floating water.
as you hit her with those first 2 hits, you watch as this incorporeal smoke starts to dissipate away. She kind of turns her whole neck around while her body's still facing forward and goes to let out a scream as you let out your last punch.
She. It'll be 10 damage.
Okay.
And. Where's all my shit?
10, don't even worry about it. 10 damage is more than enough.
Oh.
She had 2 hit points left.
Oh, okay.
And she just, this dust and like this smoke just kind of explodes.
Dopeness.
That could be your turn?
Yes. Yeah. So,
Okay.
yes, that's it.
Alright, Edwin, you're up.
I am gonna cast Hex on that little wisp fucker that just touches Lobo,
Okay.
and he has disadvantage on Wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
And then I will. That's my bonus action, and then for my action, I will cast Toll the Dead. It needs to make a Wisdom saving throw.
And he has disadvantage, right?
Disadvantage.
Nice.
Nice.
Good call.
Combo.
Like a
Combo.
monkey bitch. Wisdom plus 2, 12.
15.
It would have been a 21.
Oh.
So
Okay.
2d8
Okay.
here. Plus
What kind
1.
of damage?
This is necrotic.
Okay.
So that sucks. That's 3, but plus
3.
1d6.
Okay.
So 1 second. So that's a total of 9 damage, necrotic damage.
So
Oh, you got a
half
6?
would be 4. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Good. Good run.
Uh,
You?
sorry, I'm just trying to see. I'm right there.
Yep.
I'll just move up closer to the group of people there. Yeah.
Here?
Yeah, perfect.
So there's like a hedge or something? Or
Yeah, it's like a
grass?
2-foot tall head. Got them like a divider.
Okay.
Okay. Kroll's turn.
Smash.
Kroll is going to run directly at the floating thing that just felled Lobo.
Yep.
And just make attacks.
Yes, he will.
Damn.
Stupid D&D Beyond. I mean, I love D&D Beyond.
D&D Beyond.
Is Moonlight with us?
Everybody's towards the back.
But I thought we had
You
Moonlight.
guys didn't all go in there. They're still.
Yeah,
you
but I
guys,
thought that we had Moonlight go his own way.
No,
No,
he was
Moonlight's
following
following
us.
No, he's
her.
following. He's all the way in the back, actually.
Oh, so he's with the refugees.
Yeah.
He's trailing, right?
Yeah.
At least what's left of the refugees
Yeah.
by the time he's
Kroll
done.
is going to make his first. He's going to swing again with the bitter horror.
Oh, he's got to leave a body.
11. He misses on the first one. And then he's going to take a lean back, and you're going to watch that one eye open.
Oh.
And you're going to see that tiny little orange ray
Oh, shit.
come out of the Beastalker. Beastalker?
Beastalker.
Beastalker.
Not with that, he's not.
Oof.
With a 2.
What is
Ouch.
going on?
Is it because he was stuck at 95% loading screen?
Here you go.
Yes.
Gosh.
All assets have not loaded yet.
What else does he have? I don't know what else he has. No, that's it.
Did he have?
That's gonna be his 2 use. His 2 use. He has.
Does he have? He has 2 attacks, right?
Yeah, near
He
already.
did them both.
Any bonus
He is going
actions?
to use action surge
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
and attempt to make another attack with the bitter horror.
Cool. Smash it.
19, just what he needed to hit.
Nice. Does it give him 2 attacks? 2 more attacks? Action
No
surge?
action surge.
Yeah,
Wait,
'cause he
didn't we
gets-
say give him?
It's an action, so
It's
he
a
gets
full
action.
action.
Oh yeah, so he's gonna take 2 attacks. Both of them 19.
Oh.
Nice.
Good. Okay. So the bitter horror goes.
Good.
So we'll do 2d12 plus 10. Is gonna be the best way.
Would
Fuck
that be,
yeah.
Would that be crit?
Plus 2d6.
A 19 or no? Only 20 a crit.
No, because he's not using the club.
Oh.
And then the club crits at 19, I
Nice,
think.
right.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Oh, double ones. 28, 29. 29 halved becomes
10.
No, 29 now.
29, sorry.
so 15,
So 14.
14.
So we're dividing down.
Yeah.
Okay. And he takes 2 hits and it kind of bounces around in the general area. Still is floating. You can see it starting to like fall slower and quicker to the ground. Every once in a while you see it kind of dissipate and reappear. Barbarossa, you're up.
Alright. So I'm no longer frightened.
Yeah, you are no longer frightened of the creature.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
You're the wizard there.
Yeah. I'm a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. I'm gonna use my bonus action to light my sword.
Okay. So your other blade, not the
Yeah, my other blade.
flame tongue.
Yeah.
You light this blade on fire.
And I'll use my movement.
Okay.
15, 20.
Okay, and you are going to have Kroll's engaged with it, so you're going to have advantage. Kroll asked it to marry him.
How cute.
engaged. He's engaged with it.
All right, I'm gonna attack.
What?
What was that?
What?
With advantage, you said, all right?
Yeah, you have advantage.
You see what it was?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
good
10
thing.
and a 1.
Yeah. So it'd be 15.
15 misses.
Oh.
Yeah, 15
Alright.
misses as the blade
Alright.
comes down, arcing down. It's kind of got this cool streak of fire. The thing, as you do it, unintentionally kind of dissipates and reforms as the blade passes through it.
All right.
You get 2 attacks, don't you?
I'm gonna use commanding strike on Kroll.
Okay.
There you go. I'll fucking hit it.
Oh yeah, easily. It's 8 plus
Wait,
5.
you also,
he has?
yeah, he gets also 1d10.
Oh, he has more than +5.
He also gets 1d10 to his attack. Just damage.
Oh, 8 plus 9, so a whole fuck ton.
That's,
8, 9, yeah, it'll hit. And then he's gonna have
that's to his damage or his
Just damage.
Oh, cool.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Half is 11. I almost just stole your
Half?
back to him.
Yeah, 22. Half 22 is 11.
22 is 11.
Half damage.
Oh, why did it take
Haven't you been noticing?
He's been taking half damage for
the whole
every
They've
time?
all been taking half damage.
Yeah.
Because they're incorporeal.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have magical weapons.
Right, still takes half damage.
Yeah.
Resistant.
It's only specific weapons.
Huh.
I think radiant. I don't remember what it was.
Will-o-wisp, damage resistance, switching from the.
From non-magical weapons.
Why, are you reading it right now or something?
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Don't read anything on them.
What? I want to know.
No.
You can't.
Well,
that's
actually,
not
it's a good thing
supposed to
he
be.
did because.
Yeah, but he still would have beat it, but don't do that.
So
Okay.
metagaming.
But it would have been dead by
Don't
now.
do that.
Don't metagame.
So yeah, so it would have been dead anyway. So I apologize. It's actually is. I read it as damage resistant. Just never mind. It's gone. It's gone. It doesn't matter. You would have killed him anyways.
DM is God. He can do whatever he
Yeah.
wants.
True. Don't metagame.
Don't metagame.
Sorry, I wanted to know.
don't.
Yeah, Tiberius.
It ruins everything.
This is. I can only do the same attacks.
Not magical. Fuck. Klaatu, you're up. As that one dissipates, as Kroll's blade smashes into it.
Isn't that everything?
Oh, we still have.
There's still.
Oh god, there's one invisible.
Oh wait, I can see it because
Yes,
I
you
got the robe of eyes.
Will you throw?
You can tell a group.
Yeah, but I mean,
Yeah,
I
put the
wouldn't.
green
No,
one.
I wouldn't know where it is.
Here, put this one.
Well,
That one is right next to Ginnick.
with my
Right
full,
there.
but this one's gone, right?
Yeah, that one's
Okay. With my full action, I'm gonna fly up to where the sword is.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and pull it out.
Where'd it go?
You haveth the power, be worthy.
You grab it, and it's a great sword.
Yeah.
It's big. I mean, it's easy for him. You grab, and as you pull it, the hands just kind of open up.
Okay.
Oh, that's easy.
Pull this blade out.
I did it!
I did it!
Huzzah!
I don't have anything else to do. Is that my action?
That would be your action.
Okay. I did it!
Yay!
I've got the sword. Is anything happening
Nope.
at all? Okay.
You just pull it out real quick, and the hands just kind of, these stone hands just kind of let it go.
Okay.
You pull this blade out.
Sweet. So
You have a sword.
Oh wait, wrong one.
Does the sword start talking to him?
I'm gonna fat roll. That's a Dark Souls joke.
He's over encumbered now.
Yeah, it's a great sword. Maybe. I mean, that's all I can do. I don't.
Okay.
If that's my whole action, then that's it.
So Yannick, you watch that globe, that wisp globe, pop up next to you, and it is going to.
Bring it back.
Yeah, you can put the wisp
Okay.
here now.
Put the wispy there.
Right
Right there.
There.
Right next to you.
Fuck you,
Going
Wisp.
to
Quit whispering.
cast shock on you.
Oh.
Shock.
Shack.
Shaq.
What about awe?
I was literally about to
13?
say that.
Armor class?
13 to hit you, yeah.
Yeah, no.
No? Misses?
Misses.
Alright, so
Aw, it missed.
you watch this
Get it?
arc of lightning. You go quickly to shield yourself, it kind of dances off around your arms, kind of arcs off into and out in the distance.
Yeah.
And then it is going to. That's its actions, only bonus actions. 0 hit points, still alive. No, it is 0 hit points. That is going to be its turn. Saskia, you're up.
Okay, I would like to do guiding bolt.
Okay.
Getting bolt right up the butt.
Well, I mean, it's good.
Pike move.
Yeah, I don't know where its butt is, but sure. Huh?
Nothing.
It's within range.
It only has to take a will o wisp.
God.
So.
Oh my god.
I have to have 18.
18 hits. Oh, no, I'm sorry. 18 just misses.
Ooh.
Damn.
Okay.
What a tease.
Sorry.
Then.
Oh.
Oh, wait. You have advantage.
Why?
It's in melee with Yannick.
Oh, okay.
It's true.
Yeah, no. Fuck. And I can't try to cure Lobo, can I? Cause
He's dead.
Or you
No,
just
he's
use
dead.
an action. As of right now, he's dead.
okay,
Unless you have Revivify.
Dead.
I do not. All right. Then as a bonus action, I'm gonna go ahead and do Flame Blade.
Okay. You ignite the let's see. Yeah, you'd have to put your scimitar away and then ignite the flame blade. So that same kind of green energy burns out of your hand. Is that gonna be your turn?
Yeah.
Yannick,
Yeah.
you're up.
All right, let's just start swinging at it.
Okay.
Swing away.
19,
19 just hits.
natural 20.
Nice.
Wow.
You only have a weird window.
Weird window.
Yeah,
Only
It's just
get a-
19
It's
or
just one number.
Well, let's just do those two
Yeah,
first.
yeah, splat 'em.
So, first one, I'm going to throw fire into it. That's my right hand, which is going to be 10, 11, 12, 18 points. And then the other one's just going to be
18 was enough to do it.
Oh, okay.
As you turn around, as the lightning's still arcing
I
off
got a
of your
6
body.
for my natural 20,
Okay.
which would have been 12 and an extra
So
4. That's
total-
another 16. That's a total of 28 plus 6 is 34
So
points of
34
damage.
points of
But
damage.
half on the fire damage.
Minus, what was it, like 12 or 6 or something like that. Yeah, I think
That's
it's
three.
4 or
So
5.
the annoyance in you quickly wells up, and you just turn around and you drive your fist so hard you actually punch a good, all the way up to your elbow, is like a foot and a half on you, into the actual ground itself, as this thing just kind of dissipates off your arm.
Just pop the
Fist
ball.
fuck that wisp. Wisp fuck.
Hey, listen.
You guys sit there for a moment, and as you turn around back towards some of the refugees, you want to say refugees? The refugees you can actually see Mary and the twins as they just finished battling off 2 more of those
Oh, shit.
floating
Oh,
things.
okay.
As you can see, most people huddle off in a corner as you watch Mary just kind of arc this white light as 2 of them just kind of
Double kill.
dissipate out in the distance.
I'll slide the sword in, fly over, and make sure everyone's okay.
You guys take a
I
moment
see the Lobos
as
down.
Lobo lays lifeless. You can even see through the fur, just the skin has become pale. Just kind of
Oh.
wilted as Lobo lays there. That's our end tonight's session.
Oh, fuck.
Come on.
Thanks for watching, everybody. All
7 of us.
all 7 of us.
Yeah.
That's okay. There's some people that'll watch it later.
Yeah.
Lobo.
Yeah.
Stay tuned, I guess, next week to.
Next time.
Well,
Dragon
well,
Balls.
I
Dragon Ball Z.
won't be
All
on.
right. So Edwin won't be here.
Oh,
PJ
no.
won't be here.
Well, if we're playing next weekend, I can play from my in-laws' house. But after that, I won't be back until the 19th.
So we may have to Jaeger you, or so we'll figure it out.
Jaeger you?
Yeah,
Word.
Jaeger. You like Jaeger?
Oh, okay, I get it.
Jaeger bomb.
Sorry, I've never heard of.
So,
All right, moving to post stream.
This entire game.